Did James just spill?
Thank you.
No.
I don't believe you.
We're testing out the limiter on these mics right away.
Well, we don't want to catch people off guard like last week, so.
I mean, we catch people off guard pretty much all the time, don't we?
When did we catch people on guard?
There it is.
Hunger!
Wah.
You know what I hate about Twitter?
What do you hate about Twitter?
You can't edit your tweets.
Yeah.
Because
Oh, you can't?
every single time I have to reply to myself with the link to twitch.tv/QuestandCast to actually come and watch the stupid show.
You don't just delete it and do it over? That's what I usually do.
It's too much.
It's too shady to delete your tweets.
Yeah.
That's why you gotta make sure you're writing the right thing so that way people don't look at your tweets later on and realize you're kind of a shit human being.
Oh, God. Twitter's a hell.
Whoa.
Well, that's why they don't allow.
We have
edits,
hours of video
so that
evidence.
You can't.
Oh yeah, we got
Twitter
hours.
is like is going to be like Article 9 in the trial here. Like,
I mean, that's the thing though. It's like we have hundreds, thousands of hours of content. They gotta sift through all of that.
If I ever go for a job interview, they're gonna be like, "Is there any, anything on the internet you might be worried about?" I'm like, you're gonna have to go and look.
how do you feel about
You're gonna have
sex
to go and
cults?
look.
Well, but I mean, that's the rule, right? Don't put anything out on the internet that you wouldn't be willing to bring up in a job interview. And if you just like tweet or post or whatever by that policy, then you should theoretically be fine.
It depends entirely upon what kind of job I'm going for, because I have fan fiction. So.
Well, that's why you just don't use your same
Well,
username.
first off, you should be going for a job in fan fiction.
What do you think writing is?
Not a job.
Oh,
Fair point.
I'm just gonna take my master's degree and go cry into it in the corner because you're correct.
I'm going to cast augury for tonight's session.
Oh, yes.
oh, okay.
What?
wow.
Let's see. I'm gonna do it again.
All right.
It's your time.
Whoa! You're not doing
Wait,
the
hold on.
tradition. You have to eat half, or it won't come true.
Is that how that works?
Yep. And you can't take one that's been handed to you. You have to pick it up yourself.
Oh. I've been doing fortune cookies wrong for years.
Oh,
You know, that sounds like superstitious nonsense to me.
what do you think half of Asian culture is?
That's San Francisco culture.
What do you think
Fortune
like
cookie
all
invention.
of TTRPG culture is?
Sorry.
Oh, it's a
Let's see this out.
musical episode. I hope that's cleared.
Laura's like, I'm watching some other stream. You guys-
You know,
I have to watch a commercial just to
Wait a
watch
minute.
the stream.
They're not opening a fortune cookie on stream. I'm watching them.
Also, I did not have my own tablet, so I have no idea where anything is on this one.
This this does not apply.
Oh, what is it?
Oh.
It says you will not be attacked by a phase spider today.
Oh, well, it's in the fortune.
Yeah.
you know, but the fate of the D&D world is in the GM's hands.
Just to see.
Actually, it says you have an entrepreneurial spirit. So get those bits.
There we go.
Speaking of which, give us bits now so that we can get right into the combat on this adventure. When we
Yes,
get there.
please give us the bits now.
Do you have an
Starting in
entrepreneurial
combat.
spirit?
I mean, we could start a business in the Shadowfell since we're clearly going to be stuck here forever.
We could sell dancing lights.
You are merely visitors to the Shadowfell. I was born in it.
You got to work on your baby's work.
No, my baby's
I was gonna say, you were born in the Shadowfell like Elspeth was born in the Shadowfell. Technically accurate means nothing.
You have my permission to die.
Do you feel in control?
No, that's a whale song.
I'm in control here. That's Star Trek 2. Or
No,
3.
it's not.
I don't know.
Like
I've
six, isn't it?
Whatever.
Four.
I've never seen them.
Because remember
What?
I haven't either.
Thank you for testing out the limiter for us.
Yeah. Because remember, only the even numbered ones are the interesting
Star Trek
ones.
2 is the best movie ever
Yeah.
made.
Oh man,
Baroness is like, this.
Oh, no. If anything could test my love for the Baroness, it would be things said about Star Trek 2.
Oh, interesting.
Carl Urban is great.
Oh, you mean Star Trek 2?
Oh my god.
Wow.
Wow.
Are we talking about the one with Benedict Cumberbatch?
We're not going to make it to combat today, friends. We're just going to have the fight around the table.
I was going to say, the murder is going to occur before the show. even
Fine.
starts.
Wrath of Khan.
Remember, don't put it on the
Yes,
internet.
come on,
Don't
man.
report.
He's like, I am God. And it's like, oh, cool. We saw that in the trailer. Nice.
Nobody is like Ricardo Montalban was just so good. And his chest plate.
You mean his hair?
No, he wore a chest plate.
You mean his hair? That shit would catch bullets. Let's be real.
It was made of Corinthian leather.
Nice.
It's a joke for like the old people. Duke Philippe, that was for you.
I made that joke earlier. It says my Johnny Carson reference, but
I understood that reference.
I was like Corinthian leather. Not a lot of Corinthian leather.
was that a Mercury or was it Lincoln or what was he?
I think it was Lincoln. Yeah.
Lincoln, yeah.
The fine Corinthian leather.
James, sorry, I kept your pen.
You
I
should've
will just add it to the
kept
collection.
it. You're gonna need it to throw at Ezra in like 10 minutes anyway. So.
You know,
And then
You're
the
probably
spider
not
attacks
wrong.
you with a pen.
Let's see what I do at 7:02.
So, you know what? Hey, chat.
Hey.
Ask us something.
Banter.
Yeah.
Banter.
Oh, I
Banter
didn't bring
with
the roll
us.
table.
Oh, dang
My
it.
bad.
This
So-
is the yeah.
You're gonna watch me eat chips.
That was born in the Neverwinter, says
This is
my
also our
mythos
ASMR
law.
section.
oh, I see.
Yeah, you know, there's a lot of ASMR based on barbecue potato chips.
I bet there is.
If not, there should be.
I am so glad somebody is eating those barbecue potatoes.
Oh, you're like.
Oh, yes, please eat them. No one eats them here.
Everybody here is a who's regularly here is a corn chip fan, from what I understand.
Yeah,
So the
Fritos,
Fritos go
man.
first,
Yeah.
and then the Lay's just.
Doritos.
Interesting.
I didn't
wait.
go for the ranch and the cheese Doritos.
Yeah.
Fritos.
Okay, I want to hear how people in the chat rank your.
Look at Laura's all about the connect. You know, she's all about.
I'm about to get downvoted to hell and back.
First off, why don't we roll some d20s and just see who's
Okay.
high?
Okay.
Wow, really?
Why?
10.
7.
2.
3.
What?
There it is. James has critically failed
A
banter.
3, a 2, a 7, a 10, and a 2.
Wow.
I got a 3. He got a 1.
Oh, wow.
Wow,
It's gonna
this
be
is gonna
a
be
great
a
night.
game. This is gonna
Yeah.
Hey, you know what? You want the GM to roll low, especially with what I've.
Oh, we
brought
got our
back here.
bad
Remember,
rolls out.
Okay, we got
this
some
is D&D,
fun
Yes.
not Delta Green. So we're getting the bad rolls out now.
Yes.
Got some
Exactly.
Pringle.
This game is gonna be like soccer.
Okay, there we go.
Like the pointless.
tie?
Yeah, the highs, the lows, and the pointlessness of a 0-0 tie.
What is that from? I feel like that's a quote.
That's from Sports Night. Where it says we
Sports
have,
Night
we,
is
have, we
fantastic.
have highlights,
Great
we have
show.
lowlights, and because we have soccer, we have the pointlessness of a 0-0 tie.
Sports Night was so good.
Oh God! You know the episode where Joshua, whoever, Josh, not Melina. Anyway, where one of the characters mixes up. I'm having a stroke on air right now.
I can't even help you because this is outside of my usual.
What is
I have
religious
movie.
and not religious?
Secular?
Secular and sacred.
So he you know, the character off screen is having a conversation with Hillary Clinton, and he is forceful in his opinion, but he mixed up secular and non-secular, so he was,
Oh dear.
so it was
Wasn't
just
that
like
West Wing?
it's probably West Wing as well. You know what? It's written by the same guy.
Yeah.
He's just sort of recycling
But
material.
Sports Night is before he was on coke. That's why it's-
Okay, all right.
Well, I don't like what you're doing over there.
What are you talking about? I have no
Is
idea
that
what.
you
I
can?
don't-
I don't know. Do you want to see the map cam? You guys want to see the map?
Yeah.
Sure.
Show it.
I'm just messing around over here, messing with them because it's fun.
Yeah, I see you checking that
Oh,
radius.
no.
Checking that range.
You've been boxed.
That is the web. I like. Oh, you know what? That's good placement. It's good web placement.
You would like that. But see if I inspire you, Dewey.
So are we going to go Warhammer and just move inches? Are we
Yeah.
pulling out the tape measures?
Nah, not the tape measures. The little red sticks
Oh,
they
yeah,
provided
yeah,
in the
that's right,
beginning.
yeah, that's right, yeah.
It's 18 inches long. And I'm
Yeah,
like,
I
that's
abso-
18 inches.
I absolutely love these dogs that the Baroness got for us. I love them. They don't have any square counters, so you're gonna have to be like 1, 2, and just sort of eyeball it.
Oh, okay.
I was gonna say, I assume each one is a 10 by 10, right?
It looks
It
like it.
seems about right.
Because if the minis are usually
Yeah.
full 5 by 5, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, the whippy sticks. Ward
What?
Bob, the red whippy sticks, basically.
Yeah, in the beginner's part of Warhammer.
Warhammer. You just like
No!
I need to order some laser pointers. So I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna move to right there.
Can you
If you
We cannot
get
be
laser
allowed.
pointers, you are not allowed to give James one. I will end up having one
someone
shot in
who
my
has
eye.
had lasers in his fucking eye, I will not put any lasers in anyone's eye.
don't we just
I
make
am
those?
not a 12-year-old.
What?
Mind you, I am 14 years older than that.
Let's just get Glocks and we can move around.
I want it right there where the smoking hole is.
Boy, that'll brand our stream as uniquely American.
We get sponsorships. And today's sponsor is a Glock.
First off, if we are gonna get sponsored, Springfield Armory, please.
Yeah, oh, absolutely.
Hey, Chad, at the break, we'll be giving away this pearl-handled revolver. I'm pretty sure that would get us in trouble. I hope it would get us in
Yeah.
trouble.
No, you would just send it to their FFL of choice, and then they would pass their background check.
I say, as long as all the paperwork is
You think
positive,
anyone in our chat is going to pass a background check?
You'd be surprised.
You met these people?
Depends what state they're in.
Mouth breathing.
Some states, very easy to get a gun.
Yeah. I mean, instead of sorry about Quebec, it'll be you're welcome, Texas.
Oh God.
You think I'm a cat?
What?
You think this is a cat?
That-
Nah, it's a
that-
fucking chameleon.
Yeah, I was gonna say, too high energy for a cat and way too much movement.
Yeah.
Depends.
I was getting Geki the Gecko vibes here.
My cats get
R.I.P.
possessed by Satan periodically.
Yeah, sporadically, and then they hide under your bed and we don't see them for 6 years.
So, much like a cat, James does sleep for 16 hours.
Took a
I
nap
wish
today.
I could sleep for 16
I
hours.
wish I could too,
I'd
man.
love to sleep for 16 hours, but only if it's 16 hours of my choice and not 16 random hours when I need to be doing other things.
You're
Which
sleeping-
has been happening recently.
Fair.
2 hours a time.
Oh gosh.
You all right there, buddy?
Yeah. What's going on in the chat? Howdy. Hey, King Chickamaroo.
Hi.
Hey, Hefner.
I can't drunk my
Body.
drink. I'm too sip.
Okay.
So,
Wow. So we've reached the stage where we're just going to read the chat to the chat.
Yeah.
Oh,
we're checking to
meta.
see if they ask
This is
us
like the
any
Chris Farley
questions
show.
or anything like that.
Remember that time?
You end up living in a van down by the river.
No, so the Chris Farley show was actually, he would have a celebrity guest on. So like Paul McCartney. And he'd be like, Sir Paul McCartney, remember that time you were in the Beatles? That was cool.
Yep.
Yeah,
no, was-
that's
pretty great, man.
Like the predecessor of Between Two Ferns.
Exactly.
Yep.
We are reading the chat to podcast listeners, unless except the fact that this part gets clipped off the podcast.
Yeah, I don't think
Yes.
Because
This is
So,
only.
anybody want to say anything about podcast listeners? Now's your chance.
Oh.
Yes, but the podcast version is in my hands. So whether or not it gets clipped out or not is up to me.
that's a
So
good
these are off.
point. You can start sneaking in the bloopers at the end. That's what I do on the TGM podcast to try to force people to listen all the way through to see if which terrible things that we said off camera.
What part of
made it
this
into the
isn't
end.
bloopers? Like this, we are the blooper reel.
You have a point.
That's fair.
I don't know what you mean.
I am professional.
I get that a lot.
Only.
I'm amateur.
Hey! I don't know why I said hey.
I was going to say,
Hey!
I believe, as we discussed last week, we're all amateurs because nobody's getting paid for this.
Yes. Hey, there it is.
Except in chips.
Which you might want to get rid of. We're down to under a minute.
And nap spaces.
I like a pre-show chips fine. Now we're serious.
Well, I'm gonna eat the rest during our lovely intro that maybe we'll just see once tonight.
Oh,
Depends on how you do with those chips. I gotta finish these. Run it again.
We've got 2 minutes.
Oh, you've broken the Baroness's heart.
I meant it in love.
Man,
Korean heart fingers.
this is what happens when you say bad things about Wrath of Khan.
Oh.
we're going back around to this now?
Yep.
Yeah, I mean,
Wait, dude.
Benedict Cumberbatch.
Do
what
I
a
do?
revelation.
Jesus.
Yes.
I mean,
Stop
really,
making me
did,
beat up the table, James.
Like,
did Spock have to be behind that glass and kill
I
himself?
already. Spoilers.
For a 70-year-old movie.
No, when
we're
James
beyond the
Kirk was
obsession.
behind that glass.
All right, well, the timer for the pre-show just went down, thank God. So we're going to we're going to head into the actual show. So stick around, folks.
Asparagus.
Hello, guys, gals, and non-binary pals, and welcome to Quests and Chaos. I am your GM for the evening, Tiana, and I am surrounded by people who are trying to make me laugh with asparagus and barbecue chips. It's an odd combination, but we're rolling with it.
That is a terrible chip.
Yeah.
It sounds like something you can get in Japan.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%. I'm sure you can.
They do really weird food combinations in Japan. Like
Different.
Look, green tea Kit Kat. I really want to try it.
They're
they're
good.
good.
They are so good.
That's not that weird, though. Asparagus and barbecue.
Have you ever had bacon wrapped asparagus? If you just put the barbecue sauce on the bacon and the wrapper, it's not that strange.
And if you listen to us 15 minutes before the show, you'll get more of this banter.
You poor things. So,
Or a recipe blog.
so because we did spend the first 15 minutes of the pre-show doing banter and stuff, we're going to try to zip through some announcements. And I have been given control of the clicker. I'm very excited about this.
Is it a mute button for us?
I have yet to figure out how to cast silence. So, quick run through the announcements. We are at 52% of the tavern upkeep for the month. We do want to hit that goal because we are surrounded by this beautiful studio that helps pay for, although I see Thomas forgot to turn on the lights.
Oh.
Oh, I think that means I got to get up and run around the studio.
It's
Not while you're on, if you're not on camera, it doesn't happen.
That's true. You're not currently on camera. You can help us reach the Tavern Upkeep goal by joining the QNC Patreon, which is patreon.com/questsandchaos. You can donate bits and you subscribe on Twitch, also watching on... Get out of my camera, James. Also watching on YouTube without turn off ad blocker and watch there, or watch on premium, whatever. If we hit 100% of our tavern upkeep goal for the month, we will be doing a D&D 5e book giveaway. Yeah, we made it 2 minutes in before these two
No, I
were
was just
over
noticing
here.
it was 10 minutes. She was supposed to throw a pin at somebody. Not me.
Thank you for volunteering.
She's great.
That's a Dorito.
Ooh.
It's a little more fiery. We have hit 3,000 followers, so we are doing a giveaway tonight for a t-shirt or any other single item from the Quests and Chaos merch store. questsandchaos.com/merch. We have mugs there. I believe we have coasters there. There's some fun stuff in there, and it's a single item or a set of tumblers, depending.
Any shirt you want with an octopus on it.
Except in 2XL.
What about 3XL?
I think we've got a couple left.
Okay, those make good pajama tops.
Damning indictment of our audience is what that is.
They're comfy. Thursday, November 18th, Titan Media Collective is having a community night. Streamers from across the collective will be coming together to do something. No idea what yet. It'll be something. Thomas will, I'm sure, update us as we get closer.
And I will try and be there,
As you do.
as I've missed all but one of them.
I don't think I've been to any of them.
Anyone's welcome to go.
I'm afraid of Titan Media Collective. So
As you should be with the things that you have said about them, sir.
I, for one, welcome our corporate overlords.
You welcome them publicly, but you say things privately.
Ooh.
I love Titan Media Collective.
There we go.
A fantastic group of streamers.
Well, that's what they are. They also make butter products, although they call them oleaginous margarine products.
What?
Okay, moving on.
Yes. One of the benefits of joining our Patreon is that you, our patrons, get to award us cards from the Deck of Inspiration that Thomas created. We still have cards left over from last week from NGC 457, Squeal, and Duke Fleeg. You want to quickly name off what they are?
Sure. We have Change of Fate, which is you gain advantage on a skill, attack, or saving throw. May be played after the roll, but before the outcome. We have One More Time, which is you gain one extra action on your turn. The rules on numbers of spells apply.
But we won't tell you what those
I'm just
rules
waiting
are.
for the camera to actually hit me. We have guiding light. You ask for guiding light from the gods. For a brief moment, you see a faint glow in the direction of your stated goal. We can use that one today if we survive
I
this fight.
recall you buying that one last week.
Oh, yes. Nice. When this key, magical key, when this key enters a lock, it automatically opens a regular or magical lock with a DC of 15 or less and is then destroyed. Boosted regeneration. When consumed in combat, this potion heals 1d6 plus 2 HP. At the beginning of your turn, you heal an additional 1d6 plus 2 HP. This effect continues until the end of combat.
I'm just going to drink this now.
You know. All right, so with all of that handled, we asked for bits, and you wonderful folks have obliged. So we have some bits to give out. All right, so 1,000 bits from Duke Fleeg for the players. I saw your head. Sorry.
Yeah.
That was a pump
prepared.
fake. Nice.
But luckily we're not on camera right
We're
now.
gonna make eye contact first.
Yes.
The funny part is only Tiana.
This is like a theater game. You
I'm
gotta
so
make
bad.
sure the eye contact is there first.
And then 500 bits from Pixel Rose to the players.
Oh, and I wanted to give a shout out. I'm not even on camera, but you can hear my disembodied voice right now. I wanted to give a shout out to Pixel Rose and Warped Bob because I got to see them in person yesterday.
Ooh, that's really
We were at a
cool.
birthday party for a mutual friend. And it was
Visiting
fun.
hours at the prison?
Always.
You know. But yeah, it's fun. It's always fun meeting people from our community in person.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah. Can we actually see the main shot? That way we can all be.
I have a
all be up
blanket
here?
restraining order.
Probably.
Hey, look, it's us.
What?
We're here.
Hey!
We're actually here.
What?
We're all here together.
Really here.
Goodness gracious. 500 bits from Tamaga Tora to be used at Tidwell's discretion. I believe that's yours. I'm out of practice.
Where's that
Oh my
high school
gosh.
basketball
I'll be back.
experience?
Oh, it's that game. Oh, hello.
Bye.
Man, start early.
Make the old guy do that.
I mean, you win for it. I
You
didn't.
did.
I appreciated the commitment.
Commitment to the bit is always. It's
Yeah, you gotta commit to the bit. It has gone down below. You gotta get it.
We're starting real early.
Yes,
tonight.
we are.
Ladies' spa day while the boys fight the spider.
Ooh, yes, please.
Great.
1,000 bits from King Shikamaru for the players. Hey, look at you.
Almost like I practiced basketball for a month.
Oh my gosh.
500 bits from Ginger Fury 7 for the blooper reel.
Ooh, nice.
And last but not least, 500 bits from King Shikamaru for me.
Wait, we get to throw that at you.
No, you don't. Yeah, I know. That's exactly how it would work, too. All right. Well, thank you all so much for the bits. And make sure that I haven't missed anything on my clicker, my clicky.
55% of our tavern up thanks to those bits.
Wow.
That was
Thank
3%.
you all so
That was
much.
awesome. Thank you guys.
So are we not putting Nord Games and Birds of Paradise in the opening announcement?
We should absolutely do that.
Fantastic. Cool.
Yes.
All right, so quickly, friends of the show, we're going to talk about first Birds of Paradise. Ezra's holding up the beautiful Saguaro dice, and Alondra is holding up the beautiful Magpies. They are wonderful friends of the show, run and helmed by our very own Andrea of the Burbs. I have heard rumors that the Cardinal dice are on the move. So soon, I will have my beautiful Birds of Paradise. I'm very excited about this.
I have one note about that. Sorry, on every Down Darker Trails for the foreseeable future, we're going to be giving away a set.
Wow.
We've got a whole collection of them
Dang.
over there. So we've got both the Birds dice and the Arizona dice, and we're going to be giving away a set every Down Darker Trails.
I'm heartbroken. Except I get to give away D&D stuff, so you know it's fine. Go to her website birdsofparadise.com. If you use our code chaotic at the checkout, you'll get 15% off of your order. So it helps you out, it helps her out because you're supporting a small business with beautiful dice. So yeah, go check that out. Another friend of the show is Nord Games, which is nordgamesllc.com/3.html for our affiliate link. If you use our code Chaotic20 in the checkout, you get 20% off. We get a bit of a kickback, and you're supporting a really fantastic company. I really like Nord Games. I'm friends with a few of the people who work there. They're fantastic. They do supplements and cards and all sorts of other fun things to add to your tabletop role-playing game to add a little bit more depth. I've actually gotten to help test a couple roll charts that Andrew has been working on, so that's been a lot of fun.
So I should say, not only do they make stuff, but they are also a distributor.
Oh.
So I think that you can go there and you can buy Kobold Press stuff, and you can even buy these.
Oh, they're all going to pour out.
I know. Anyway, these condition markers. I don't know if that's right side up.
Yep.
Anyway, these condition markers, I just saw that you can buy them at Nord Games.
Oh, cool.
Nauseating.
You can also get them at Amazon, but you know.
But why would
But
you
get them at
support
Nord
them?
Games.
You could
Yeah.
support them
Yeah,
at Nord Games
please.
and also get
And
us
use
a
our
kickback,
code.
get yourself some discount.
I don't know if
Exactly.
the discount applies to that, but you know,
Test it for us.
If
I'd,
you're-
I'd be very interested.
if you're getting a bunch of other stuff, which you should, add that to your cart.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have people from QNC who have been published in the Settlements Guide, which is very cool. And yeah, they're fantastic people, and you're getting some great content without giving a certain other company money. So
Sienna, I
everyone
think
wins.
what you were saying is that I'm a published author.
Wow.
You are a published
I
author.
saw it
I-
in a local game store the other day. I almost bought it there just to be able to be like, I know people who wrote stuff for this book.
I refer you back to the pre-show comment about writing being a job.
Yeah, I did not get paid for that.
You know that.
Bo was also a published author in that. I believe Amy is. Duke Fleek had a couple in there.
Yep.
So yeah, we have representation from our community very, very nicely in that particular
It's
book.
like that poetry book in college that asked you if you wanted to be published if you'd only pay them $10.
Yeah, I got denied for that.
Wow. All right.
Thomas
Well,
is just Dewey.
I mean, in fairness,
Well, yeah.
hardcore erotic poetry is a tough sell.
not in college.
Well, to that book, that's mass market.
That's fair.
It's not like our Discord.
I mean, literally.
Ugh.
Speaking of which, speaking of our Discord, you guys should go there. I'm going to make a new channel on the Discord right now.
Called
Hardcore
Oh.
erotic poetry.
3D printing. Because you know what?
Where the hell?
Where the hell did that come from?
going this way, and
Well-
then you went this way.
Mostly because I've been thinking about it for 3 days and I've forgotten every time I...
Ha! 3D, 3 days.
Wow.
Galaxy
happening?
brain over there.
I feel like I missed.
Where would that
I think
go?
I need some
Conversation.
barbecue chips.
I missed like 5 stops on that train of thought.
Do you need some
I
asparagus
don't even
too?
need to be here until 7:30. These announcements take so long.
I'm sorry.
I'm not blaming you.
Right. Well, on that bombshell, follow.
People, fill the 3D printing channel with hardcore erotic poetry. That's the only thing that should be in there.
What can I throw at you back here?
It's
I thought about it, and
Would
then
you like
you
this
know.
entire box of undead creatures?
No, I'm going to throw those at you in a less literal sense.
Damn it! I tried.
if we have them, she can't use them.
Yeah. Yeah.
We control the means of production.
Well, then we'll just go your way, theater of the mind.
Mark's never thought of that. It counts as cardio.
I don't know what to do with these people sometimes. Hi, everyone. Welcome back. So, when we last left our adventurers, all right. When we last left our adventurers, they had returned from Baldur's Gate to Candlekeep. Did not get it mixed up this time. After successfully figuring out what was going on with books that turned into monstrosities. They helped out the Jackalwares very ably and sent them off on their way to get their pack mother brought back to life. And they made their way back to Candlekeep after a brief with a brief conversation between Sabachthani and Wuya along the way. We hand-waved the entire travel because I didn't want to deal with that again. And returning back to Candlekeep, they turned in their quest items and got the ding. They've leveled up to 3. I'm sorry, I couldn't resist.
Give it to the person with the question mark over their head. They'll know what to do with it.
Exactly. So they spoke to various people that we have met throughout their travels and received a little bit more information and began settling back into Candlekeep after a less than pleasant few days in Baldur's Gate. And then Lester decided to sneak into the restricted section of the Candlekeep library itself, using his ability to look like someone else that he had made friends with. He was looking for a particular book about devilish, heritage. But on his way out, he picked up a hitchhiker that he was not aware of until significantly later. We all started hearing ravens crying all around Lester, but couldn't quite pin down what was going on. And when all 5 of them converged together into Club Scepter, the mist rose, the ravens cried, and when the mist cleared, they were in the Shadowfell. And Iris was a real bird.
So this is what it sounds like when ravens cry.
Wow. Oof.
Wow.
Okay.
All right. Sabachthani had a look at the book that had hitchhiked with Lester once they realized that it was there, and found out that there was a spirit of a little girl attached to it who was very upset and confused about being in the Shadowfell and not quite sure what was going on, but said that her house had a portal that went to and from the Shadowfell, so it stood to reason that there was a version of the house in the Shadowfell, and if they could find it, they'd be able to walk through and get back out into the material plane. So a map came floating out of the pages, which the players have in front of them, and they decided to head north, because north was the best option for where they felt like they needed to go. You know that the map cam isn't up, right?
No, but
Stop messing up my battle map!
Wow, that river is bad. Polluted.
It's horrible. So they set off in that direction after Wuya and Iris had a very tense conversation on the subject of the lady, and determined that it was probably best not to say a particular entity's name out loud in her realm. But they have set off. They have left the majority of a forest and have found their way to a covered bridge, which the little girl recognized as a copy of a bridge that her father helped make in the material plane. There may or may not be something interesting on the bridge if it's like the one that her father made. And
There's that ribbon, right? There's one ribbon.
yes, there is, and there is a bright red ribbon which stands out because the Shadowfell is grays and whites and blacks. You also have been seeing wagon tracks periodically, and Sabachthani, looking through the book, saw that it was a written account of someone who had been helped by the Vistani, who are very well-noted travelers. So you all arrive at this bridge, which I do not have a good covered bridge, so we're going theater of the mind for that part of it, which might be important later. Everyone said to send Tidwell across, and Lester said, I'm not going to send my familiar to do something that I'm going to do, and so he marched across the bridge and was promptly confronted with a spoder that appeared.
Yeah.
And I believe that's where we're going to pick up. So, everyone roll for initiative, please.
Well, I guess that tells us how the parlay went.
Don't try to parlay on your turn.
You certainly can.
Well, I'm not
Free
beating the road
action.
this time.
Well,
My lowest initiative that I've ever rolled in this game.
So glad
I
I.
think we've only rolled initiative twice, though, so...
twice in 12 episodes? That's wow.
You know?
It's good for a Quest and Chaos joint.
Yes, it is. All right. 25 to 20. 20 to 15.
18.
18.
You're almost there, Dewey.
Just wait till Dewey comes of age. Let's.
That's a whole different game.
Nope.
Look for that in the 3D printing section of our Discord.
drink up the app.
50 to 10. 10 to 5.
Ocho.
7.
Oh, goodness.
Can't pull my
gracious.
character sheet. So
Okay.
Oh, it's a Chad.
It's not. It's.
I'm probably like I don't know what my initiative.
I have your character sheet. Hold, please.
I have all of your characters.
I do.
Actually,
look,
I do
I'm
all-
that
have all of your
person.
characters.
You
Plus
should.
one.
You're the technically.
Oh, plus 4. Oh, okay. Sorry. I have an 8.
That counts. Wait, what's your dex? Oh, man.
higher than yours.
Yeah.
The rogue with low deck.
I have a good dex. Surprisingly good. For someone in my finery.
It's okay. I rolled my natural 1, but thankfully it was just on initiative. So.
Yes, thankfully.
Got it out of
There,
existence.
that's a D&D quote, just on initiative.
I like going last. Every time I've gone before last in a fight on this channel, I've ended up unconscious.
Okay.
Oh no, there's 2 workers. That means there's 2 things.
Maybe one of them's a friendly.
No, one. It's just broken in half.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
She's recycling.
As you do. All right. Dewey, you are first up in initiative. From across the bridge, you can see that a spider has appeared in front of Lester.
How far do you think that is?
Count the squares.
All right, so it's we agreed that these are
Yep.
10-foot blocks, so 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. Call it 70.
I'm gonna have to run up 30 feet, and then I see a spider. I'm running. I'm gonna run 30 feet. I got this. I got you, Mr. Moreover.
So,
I'm gonna
I don't think it seems friendly enough.
I'm gonna launch a ray of frost.
all
Not
right,
anymore.
roll to attack.
If you're going to initiate hostilities,
Actions. It's under spells.
Mr. Moreover, if you kill it now that it's hostile, you get to
dirty
heal
20.
some.
That
they're
certainly
doing
is
is hostile. Does that mean the fox is hostile and I get the hit points if I kill the fox?
6 points of cold damage,
Lester, I'm about to be hostile. Mind yourself.
and its speed is reduced by 10 feet.
Oh no.
Uh-oh.
All right. Well then, is there anything else that you would like to do? Do you have a bonus action you can do?
You're gonna make me look at Dandy Beyond, who's a
I
great sponsor.
am, because it is my firm belief that everyone should read their freaking character sheets.
Nope.
All right. All right. Well then, on its turn, the spider's going to hiss and snarl and then look down at you, Lester, and take a bite at you.
That was the boy. That was all the boy.
Yeah, you have nice warm blood.
I wonder if this will turn me into a spider.
I would honestly love to see that. I don't think that an 11 is going to hit you, is it?
Nope.
Nope. All right, so it misses. It snarls at its miss, and then it disappears.
Well, we're done.
You can't see it anymore.
Everything's fine.
And something happens. You don't know what. Odila, your turn.
Well, since she doesn't see the spider anymore, I think she is just going to step onto the bridge right just at the beginning. So not quite as far as, yeah.
So as soon as you come up the ramp, you're under the roof, right?
Yes.
Yeah. And she's just gonna stop and wait to see. Yeah.
All right. Lester, how about you?
Well, that was easy. I'll step down off the ramp, and maybe like go a little ways down the path, like 20 feet down the path, apparently.
About there.
And then I'll look back and see if there's a ribbon on this side as well.
So the ribbon was tied about here-ish, and it's just the one that you can see with your. Yeah, it is a very bright color against the muted colors of the Shadowfell, so it stands out quite nicely.
And then I ready an action to be wrong when.
Wuya, how about you?
Has Wuya seen or read anything about said like particularly spiders that can go?
Make me a history or an arcana check
Was
for
that a spider
choice.
drinking?
12 either way.
Everybody knows about the alcoholic.
Want to add an
spiders.
inspiration?
Fix your
Add an inspiration.
So many of them.
The alcoholic.
Sure.
Yeah.
If you'll second me, I'll add an inspiration to that.
Yeah, do it.
Ooh, 6. So that will be an 18.
Okay, you have heard of phase spiders. You know that their particular trick is attacking and then stepping over into the ethereal plane to not get attacked while they're setting up another attack on people. So if one has disappeared, chances are pretty good that it's moving around the ethereal plane to get a better shot.
Okay. I will relay that information to the group. It's like, it's still here, and it's probably setting up another attack. It's not invisible. It's on another plane. And I will go back to back with Odila with my, and I forget, is Dancing Lights move with me, or do they?
You can put them wherever you want within a range
as a
of
bonus
up to
action.
20 feet.
I mean, that seems needlessly overwrought.
With my bonus action, I will basically like distribute them across the bridge.
Okay. You have 4 of them up?
Yeah.
Okay. Where would you like them?
I also have 4, but I'll just make those brighter.
Okay.
Four
You wanna,
easy.
like,
Yeah,
spread them
just
along?
distribute them along the bridge evenly. And then I will move back to back with Odila, and with my action, I will ready a chill touch if I see
I'm just going to be a little further.
it.
Okay. All right. Sabachthani.
How tall is the roof of the bridge?
It is about 20 feet above you.
And is that like the apex, or is it actually like from floor to?
From floor to ceiling, and then have you seen the covered bridges that are on the East Coast? It's like that. So it's maybe another like 5 feet to the actual top.
Goat man, I'm on your bridge.
Tickety, tickety, tickety,
Can
tickety.
I... Sabachthani would like to brush off her latent dance training from when she was in finishing school and use some acrobatics to try to get on top of the cover of the bridge so that she has high ground. Yes, I know that is, like, we'll have to, like, remind it with this, but she wants to get up so that she has basically free clearance to watch both ends of the bridge and drop down to wherever the attacker
Is
goes.
it acrobatics or athletics?
I am requesting to do acrobatics.
There you go.
That's why I specified that she wants to use like dance and gymnast training as opposed to raw strength, if it is allowed. If not, I'll make an athletics check.
I'll allow it. Go ahead and make me the acrobatics check.
See how poorly this goes. 15.
Okay. It does eat up all of your movement
That's
to
fine.
get basically here.
Use that box there, that clear
Oh,
box.
yeah.
It's my force cage.
Well, it's not anymore.
Well, if you use your force cage, then
When you have a
find
force
something
cage, we'll take it back.
So we'll place you there for
That's
the
totally
moment,
fine.
but you are standing on the roof of the covered bridge. Is there?
and then
And standing up here, you don't see any signs of any spiders, but you did hear what Ouya said.
would you say that I still have my action and my bonus action?
I would say that you. Yes.
Okay, I was just saying, I'm fine either way. I just don't know how much
Yeah.
you're saying got eaten up to get up on top. In that case, I will look down at Wuya and just sort of catch his eye and wink at him, which will give you bardic inspiration. That's a d6.
Why does she keep flirting with me?
Wait, what? Not even the older boy?
Now you're incensed that I'm flirting. Now.
Wait, he's 8!
And then I would just like to I think I'm just going to pull out my rapier and have a ready action that if the spider appears next to me, I would like to stab it. Please and thank you.
I think that can be arranged. Dewey, it is your turn.
Wow.
Force cage.
Just remember that if the spell doesn't go off, you lose a spell slot.
Yeah. So I will run to the other side as far as I can, using 30 feet of movement.
Yeah, that's about there.
And I'll ready a ray of frost on a spider if I see one.
Okay.
Larger than a bowling ball. A spider larger than a bowling ball.
Hi.
Good catch. As we look up under the roof, and you can see one of the like normal like,
Would I do that to you?
Just Ezra
Maybe.
would.
Yes, actually, I might.
I was gonna say,
saw the way you
technically,
dealt
I
with
did
those
this to
lines.
them in the con game, so I can understand why they're paranoid.
Yep.
Yes, but I'm not you.
Correct.
Do we have music, by the way, Tom?
That's a great
we
question.
should. Here we go.
Love
Combat, orchestral combat, or dramatic event?
Orchestral combat in the dark?
Orchestral combat.
Orchestral
Yes.
combat
Thank
it
you,
is.
Alan.
Indeed. Oh, I need to email him back. Yes. Right.
That's not an orchestra.
It says orchest. Well, it says orc.
Oh, it's orc combat. All right.
There we go.
Okay.
Craig's community band.
Wow. With its bonus action, Spider is going to appear behind Lester.
Wait, I said I was looking back at the bridge,
Oh, did you?
so it's not a back attack.
My apologies.
It can be.
Well, it is appearing from the ethereal plane, so I could make an argument for advantage on that. Yes, go ahead and roll your attack.
Pew!
That's 120 feet, y'all. Less than 120 feet. I ready chill touch.
Yes, I'm.
Sorry.
You both have attacks ready.
see you way off in the distance.
What
with
did
the
you? What?
two.
Oh, okay.
Nope, that's an 11.
Gee, why is everyone trying to get me cold?
No, you just see his skeletal hand just like trying to like smack.
It tries to get into a slap fight. It just no. Yeah. Even knowing that what it can do, seeing this thing just appear out of nowhere, reading it in a book is one thing. Seeing it, entirely something else. So you're thrown off enough.
I'm glad you're back. Here's what I wanted to talk about.
And it bites at you again. That is a 16 to hit.
Sounds like it hits.
All right, so that is 7 piercing damage, and I need you to make me a Constitution saving throw, please.
This is where I get turned into a spider.
Oh gosh.
Oh man. That
Made it. And he's disappointed.
Right?
that's a 14.
Yes, you succeed.
Could have been a spider.
I don't think that's how this works.
No.
Lester's now convinced everything is a were creature.
If Wuya bites you, you turn into a 8-year-old boy.
Apparently my wife is trying.
Odilla and Wuya, please make me a perception check. At disadvantage.
Okay.
Yeah.
What? Well, base 13.
Okay.
Perception. Wait, can I use my passive?
I think that is your passive.
Yeah, it's actually it's a passive. True, 16.
All right, so you hear kind of faintly that ticking sound again. That tick, 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 tick sound.
Oh, great.
Which means that you are not caught off guard when a spider appears in front of you.
Okay.
Don't mind the mini. This is just what we had because there was not a second phase spider mini.
I should have brought my spider for you. I didn't know we needed one. I have one on my desk.
I'm not sure they're friendly.
What was your first impression, love?
That one looks like an ant keg.
My first impression was Woody Allen.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about that. I almost didn't go on that second date.
But as it appears in front of you, you're able to jump back enough to get your shoulder out of the way as it tries to bite at you, and it misses. And it sort of snarls in your face and like settles. It is now your turn.
Well, I am going to start with my bonus action on insightful fighting. You can make an insight check against a creature you can see contested by the target's deception check. So let me make my, and this is for me to get sneak attack even though I don't have any, like advantage. Or,
Got it. Okay.
We should inspire that.
Wait, what's my insight? Well, yeah, let's inspire.
Yeah, inspire.
Ooh, that was a knee biter.
Okay, that would be 15.
Yes, you have succeeded.
Okay. And then I am going to try to stab with the dagger.
All right.
Was that the Tidwell bit?
This is the Tidwell.
Oh, okay. I was just imagining like
I have-
over here.
Your spider, ma'am.
Oh! But I have luck. I rolled in that one.
And
Look at great thing.
luck
Different show.
Yes.
is when you can re-roll.
Yes,
a critical
exactly.
failure. Yep, do it.
I'm definitely gonna re-roll that. Lest I stab Wooya instead.
Just like, I'm gonna throw it. Oh, shit.
Well, that would be a surprise attack.
There's an 8-year-old child on my blade.
Okay. let's
Why
do
is this so
better.
much heavier?
Why do we keep stabbing our own party
okay.
members?
Well, actually, who knows?
It's a Quest and Chaos
what's my
tradition.
plus?
Clearly.
14?
14 hits.
Okay. What is my, gosh, I'm gonna need more dice. Wait, I haven't played a rogue in so long and we haven't fought books in so long. Remind me what sneak attack, oh,
I think it's 2d6,
Yeah.
Because it goes up every odd level, apparently. I was told.
Yeah.
More dice on the table. in my hand.
Okay, 6, 9 plus 4, 13.
13.
Remember when Bo thought it went up d6 every level?
Yes, I do.
I do 20d6 at level 20.
God.
Like, Jesus.
I wish.
If only.
Is this where we start talking about pump shotguns again, or automatic shotguns?
I misread that. I will own that. All right, so Odila, that is your bonus action and your action. Is there anything else? Is there any movement that you would like to take at this point?
No, I'm gonna stay there.
All right, Lester.
I mean, I guess I'm just gonna Eldritch Blast this thing.
Okay, it will be at disadvantage because it's right in front of you.
You know,
Just so you know.
I accept what I cannot change. I mean, well, I guess I can't step back. I can't do my move first.
No, well, you could, but you take an
But I
attack of opportunity.
disengage,
Yeah.
No, I'm just gonna Eldritch Blast.
Okay.
So that is a 9 or a 14. So 15.
Hits.
All right. That is a 1, sadly. 5 points.
I don't think it counts. You roll it in the box.
All right, that's 10 points.
All right.
Much better. That's a 5-point box.
Sometimes I'm nice.
Nice. I did not make these janky ass boxes for nothing.
They just can't hold the raw power of the Birds of Paradise.
It's so true.
The big
and,
chunks.
And the Saguaro especially. Is there anything else that you would like to do, Lester?
No, he's just gonna disappear anyway.
All right. Wooya?
Yeah, let's go with that. I see the one right behind that snaps at Odila, and I just flip around and basically like touch my forehead, or finger to my forehead, Professor X style, and I will use Mind Sliver on the face spider in front of me. I will need to make an intelligence saving throw.
You're a psionicist?
That is 13.
13 failed.
All right.
So it will take 4 damage, and on its next saving throw, it will take -3.
Noted. All right. Anything else?
That
You are far enough away to move if you would like to.
I will continue to watch kind of watch the backside while also looking over it. You know, like split myself 50-50 between looking backwards and seeing what's on the bridge.
Okay. Sabachthani, what would you like to do?
Is there?
There's another one down here, Mrs. Moreover!
Is that what that sound was? Is there any like slatting or holes in the roof that I can look down to see my compatriots?
Not so much. Not any slatting in the roof itself, but you are able to lean and see through the side of the bridge.
Okay, but like if I lean over and look down, can I see both Wooya and Odila?
Yes.
Great. Then I am going to cast Aid on myself, Wooya, and Odila. We are everybody's hit point maximum and current hit points increase by 5 for the duration of this spell.
Oh, well, how long is that?
8 hours.
8 hours. Oh, cool.
8 is a pretty great spell.
Yeah. So I will cast that.
By 5?
Yes.
Yeah, and that's your current and your max.
Yes. Current your max by
I
5.
just need to kill that fox and I get 6.
And nobody's hurt, so I will.
Lester is. But
Can't get to Lester,
Yeah.
unfortunately. I guess actually that's my next move then, is I would like to take my movement across the top of the bridge to kind of get myself more centered, I guess.
Yeah, you are dead center.
Perfect. I'm gonna post up there. I am not attempting to be subtle. I very specifically actually want my party to hear me so that they know where I'm standing.
And I mean, you would have to.
I'd have to take off the boots, and that's gonna take the entire fight.
We hear boom, 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 boom.
You hear on the roof.
Another one!
Oh, it does not sound like scary
I know.
It sounds
It's
like
a really big one.
yeah. I think that's gonna be it for me.
All right. Back to the top of the lineup. Dewey.
All right, I am going to. What the heck? I'm gonna pull out my hand, point at that face spider, and cast agonizers. Agonizers.
Trying to cast
Agonizer Scorcher.
Agnazer Scorcher.
Trying to cast a spell when your voice is changing is really tough. Me time, Mortis.
Just for my knowledge, is that a single target or is that a?
It is a line.
Okay.
I am specifically avoiding Lester.
Okay, you'll have to shift a little bit to the side, but you should be able to.
Yes.
do that.
A line of roaring flame 30 feet long and 5 feet wide emanates from you in a direction you choose. Each creature makes a dex save.
All right. And one of its only good stats, which does nothing when I roll in that one.
Ooh, all right.
Right,
Takes,
you are going back into the bag.
takes full damage, which is 7 points of damage on 3d8.
Oh.
The voice crack really messed with
Yeah, that's the problem.
Oh, it's Agonizer Scorcher.
Oh.
Apparently, casting spells of verbal components is tonal, like motivation languages. So if you peek it wrong,
And Tuvan throat singing again.
That was a second level spell slot.
Ouch.
First it was cold, now it's fire. What
Is there anything else that you would like to do, Dewey?
Nope.
All right.
It.
you need is a sleep storm.
Oh my god.
The spider in front of you, Lester, does not look good. It is not having a good day. But it's still
I accept your surrender.
it's still focusing on trying to bite you. Should about do it. 17 to hit.
That'll hit. I'll take that as a no.
10 points of damage, piercing.
I'll take that as an ouch.
And roll a Constitution saving throw, please.
Hold on, I'm trying to figure out how to do D&D Beyond. Con saving throw, yes. God dog it. That is a 14.
You succeed.
13, sorry, 13. I'm
Still
cheating.
succeed. Well, don't cheat. Goodness.
It's more ineptitude.
Well, you know. And then this thing blinks out of your line of sight.
It's sort of a surrender.
Sure, you can think that if you like. The one in front of you, Odila, is going to snarl and bite at you.
Okay.
9 is not going to hit. And it's like, and also disappears. Odila, it is your turn.
I think we will advance and as far as I can across the bridge.
If you want to use your cunning action to dash, you can get further.
Yeah, I think so, because I think can tell Lesser has been getting bit, so she's gonna, yep.
So you're about there.
Oh yeah, so that's my bonus action,
Mm-hmm.
and then I can just ready an action.
Yep.
I'm gonna stab if a
Instant
spider,
stab?
yeah, appears
Okay.
within range.
All right. Lester, what would you like to do?
If only I was immune to that spell. I am going to back up against that rock. And in front of me, I am going to create a cloud of voracious beetles.
Ooh.
A 5-foot cloud of whirling scarab beetles, devouring anything that comes in front of them. That will last for up to a minute,
Okay.
I think we do have
as long as I concentrate.
a rat swarm mini somewhere.
That'll do.
And it is a 5-foot cube, so
Okay.
it comes just about to
A little bit shorter than you are. Actually, how tall is Lester?
I don't know. That's backstory.
Shorter than me, because
Yes.
everyone is.
Fair
I used
enough.
to wear lifts, but my heels.
Yeah, as you get older, yeah. All right. Wuya, what would you like to do?
I will take my 30 towards Dewey. And I will ready in action, not the first spider I see, but the second spider I see, I will ready casting sleep directly on them.
Smart.
Okay.
Smart.
All right. Noted. Sabachthani.
I don't know where they are. So, I'm gonna continue to the end of the bridge. Basically, same sort of positioning of like being able to look down and see whoever's just inside the mouth on the edge. Double check that I have the thing. I'm going to bonus action healing word my husband for 5 points.
Well, that is not insignificant.
Lester, are you alright?
You know, this suit is not gonna be a keeper.
Well, we've been needing to go to the tailor's anyway once we get out of this horrible place.
I hope Tidwell can find me something some color.
And then this bonus action, that was movement. I'm going to ready an action to stab the spider if it appears next to me.
All right. Top of the lineup, Dewey.
Smoking jacket, sir.
I'm going to run up to Les and cast Mending on his suit.
Be careful where you run up to me on.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't go through the cloud of flesh-eating
Go about there.
beetles.
And I cast Mending on your suit.
Gosh.
Have you been able to do this the whole time? My God, you are useful.
That's my entire action.
Yes,
my
it
entire
is.
go.
Yes, it is.
Can you get the blood stains out?
An hour.
Minor illusion.
They're back.
I still really want to see a bard use minor illusion for like PowerPoint presentations, which I believe I stole from you.
Yep, that was my recommendation for the bard who
My-
does TED Talks.
Yeah.
for Bard of
Bard, yes.
Inspiration. Yeah. It's like-
No, for inspiring leader.
Oh, for inspiring leader, excuse me.
Yeah.
Yes.
By the time I'm done, you'll understand why the power was within you the whole time.
All right. So,
How would
behind
we like to die?
behind
Yeah.
you, Sabachthani.
Great.
Yeah. That is a 15 to hit.
Yeah, that'll hit. And I also rolled a 15 to hit him back with my ready to action.
All right. You do hit as well. You take 12 points of damage.
Golly! He's only gonna take 6. Said I take 12? Oh, that's fair. And I assume I need to con save?
Yes, ma'am.
Can I see that spider?
It's kind of hidden behind her, but yes.
13.
6-8.
That is not very polite.
Excellent. That brings so much warmth to my heart. That is your answer to that.
I come from literal hell. This is kind of like a normal Tuesday for me.
Yeah, fair enough. And then behind you, Wuya.
All right, I rolled a 19 on sleep. Does go to sleep.
Yes.
Stand by, because it's centered. You cast sleep centered on the creature, right? Mm-hmm. Okay. Do you have more than 19
Oh, yeah.
hit points? Okay. Because I would have put myself to sleep.
I mean,
Yeah.
Iris gets a little droopy, but she's also undead. But then also,
Is she?
Is she here?
Let's not just
Jesus, right.
find out.
Is she undead?
No, is she undead
here?
here?
oh, I have no idea. That's up to you.
Done.
Iris falls asleep on your shoulder.
Okay. Oh, that's a
And
good.
falls off
Yeah,
and
just-
dies. Because it's
I
like,
could have gotten 6 hit points.
She wasn't hostile to you.
Oh, I can make anything hostile to me.
Well, yeah, roll me a dexterity saving throw if you would.
Dexterity. Ooh. Ooh,
You still have Bardic if you want it.
9 plus.
In the box.
Nobody cleared.
3, so 12.
12.
12.
With 12, you are able to catch Iris before she falls off.
Wait, what is the spider doing? What? Oh, Iris. Okay, we're good.
Spiders will fall on you.
If you fail, you catch the spider.
Oh. So it falls asleep behind me?
It does.
Awesome.
What was that very large crashing sound?
I put it to sleep, Mrs. Moreover.
They have sleep stones here.
I was inspired, Mr. Moreover.
Odila, your turn.
So since I'm right at the foot, can I tell there's a spider up on the...
It is pretty well hidden from you because it's behind Sabachthani.
What did I hear?
You
Hear me yell at it.
You hear the yell, and you can kind of see it because it is a large creature.
Yeah.
It will have cover bonus to its AC.
Oh, I want to see about her trying to get up top.
Oh, okay. Make me an acrobatics check since we've established that precedent.
It's a very different dancing when Odila does it, though.
You know, everyone plays to their strengths.
Okay, 18.
Yeah, you're able to get up there with a flourish.
You just use knives.
Can you pass me the gelatinous cube there?
But my gelatinous cube.
I'm just gonna, extend this boundary a little bit.
Would that be like my full movement?
It does take pretty much your whole movement to get up there.
Okay.
But you still have your action and your bonus action.
Are those balanced for throwing?
What?
Are they
Yeah,
balanced for
I'll
throwing?
just use bonus action. Wait, is there room for me to get right up on the spider? It's kind of hard to tell.
Yeah.
This is double wide, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so
Trying
I'll...
to picture it in my head.
Yeah. Use bonus action to get right up on it and stabby stab.
Stibbity stab.
That would be a 16.
Hits.
And then I still got my sneak attack as Sebastian's right there, right?
Yep.
Steal that.
Absolutely.
Oh, come on, keep it the ones. 7, 8, 12.
Tell me how this spider dies.
Old age.
Yeah, she is going to do eeny, meeny, miny, mo on the eyes that she... the many eyes. And just choose the ugliest looking eye and just... and say, oh, thank God it's not a book.
If there's a refreshing change of pace as horrifying as this is, don't you think?
Yeah, and then kind of swoop up.
All right. And as you pull your dagger up and out, the body kind of rolls over, and its momentum carries it into the horrible, horrible river. And again, it doesn't sound like it's hitting liquid.
Yeah.
It sounds like it's hitting jello as it slowly gets absorbed into the river.
Yeah. And Odila would definitely
you.
look over to kind of see exactly what happens.
Yeah, it is not a fast sink, but it is sinking. While you're watching that, Lester, what would you like to do?
I mean, my suit's taken care of, so...
Well,
The important things.
Slightly bad news. You see, Dewey is still working on it's a 10-minute casting time.
It's been really that long?
Yeah.
Oh, God.
So depending on what happens,
You're like, don't move!
I'm probably
Don't
not going to
move!
finish the spell.
Les is just like, no, not yet, no.
No. I
Don't mind the whirling clouds of beetles.
probably bailing on the spell.
No. I'll get rid of the beetles. I just missed my. I'll get rid of my concentration.
All right.
Role playing in combat.
Pointless role-playing.
There's no such thing as pointless role-playing, sir.
Now, pointless combat.
Is there anything else that you would like to do, Lester?
No.
All
I'm
right.
getting my suit fixed.
As you do. Well, yeah.
Oh, so it's asleep. I will walk up in between the two dancing lights down on the bridge. I will turn and... yeah, let's cast Witch Bolt. Why not?
Do it.
And since it's asleep, advantage?
Is it prone, so you have disadvantage on...
That's true.
but it's large.
But it's large.
No, you're right. It's large.
And he's
I
large.
wonder. Oh no, that's fine. Yeah, it's an attack roll.
Yes.
Go ahead and roll normally.
And just like, well, no one else can see, but with very stern face on the. Jesus Christ! Wow, bad rolls today, but that's a unnatural 20.
The bad rolls are an unnatural 20, you say. Yes, that hits.
And then I never roll a d12. What does this look like? That is it. This is it. Yes.
That's it. It's
Okay.
the one with the 12 on the face.
I never
It's the
knew.
one with 12 sides.
Someone's trying really hard to be a D20.
Okay.
Somebody doesn't play enough barbarians.
Clearly.
Seven damage, and I just start frying it.
It's because no one lets him play lizard folk.
Yep.
Because we don't want you to do the tongue thing the whole game.
No.
See?
Okay. You are blasting the ever-living hell out of this thing, but it wakes up as soon as your lightning hits it, and it starts like.
You will die!
I think your friends will find this station quite operational.
Sabachthani, your turn.
Oh boy.
Oh yes, this one is.
I would like to use some combination of my movement and whatever check, acrobatics, whatever, to sort of.
Oh, dancing
drop-
lights go away. Sorry.
Oh,
No,
Mine are still up.
yours
Yeah.
go away. His are still up. Okay.
To sort of drop down as safely as possible, onto essentially the end of the bridge.
Okay. Roll me an acrobatics check, please, and that'll be your movement in the check.
Lots. 21.
One too many lots. Are we going with the Pratchett method of counting?
Yes.
Excellent. Yeah, no, you swing down very easily. You even do the nice little superhero pose landing, and come back up. And
Very gentle in my massive platform heels.
indeed, shockingly so.
And then I would like to. I don't think I have a ranged weapon for this character yet. Interesting.
I heard that yet.
Look, there will be more shopping episodes. I can
Mark's
probably
got an
get
extra
one.
crossbow.
Damn it. He's also very far north of here.
Well, maybe. I mean, you're in the Shadowfell. Distance is weird.
That's true.
Are we in Icewind Dales now?
I hope not. That
That's
would be
why it was-
almost worse than Baldur's Gate.
That explains all that cold.
Sorry,
You're fine.
I thought I had read my character sheet. Now I'm like, oh, I don't have any of the things that I thought I had.
I mean, when you play two characters 2 days in a row, that happens.
Don't have any movement left, so I can't do that. Yeah, I'm just going to square up, getting ready for this thing to come at Wooya, because it looks like it might be thinking about that, and I will just go, that was a very good idea with the sleep, and Bardic to Wooya again.
All right.
I'm sorry, Mr. Morver. I don't know why.
Dewey, it's your turn.
Sorry, Mr. Moreover. So I run away and I stop,
You're not fair.
and I stop casting
Title of this
mending.
episode, Sorry, Mr. Moreover!
I'll go up to near Sabachthani and fire off a
Nudge you over here.
Not as useful as I thought.
a cold spell at that thing.
All right. Go
It's,
ahead
you
and
know, it's the
Why
cold,
are we
the
all
cold one that I
apologizing to
have.
the person who got us here in the first place? Just wanna-
16 to hit.
hit.
All right, it's a D8. 2 points of damage, and
Okay.
its speed is slowed by 2.
All right. Okay. It is definitely not in a good way, and now it's pissed. So it's going to. Yep, just enough to get up to Wooyang.
E.
I tried.
And chomp!
It steps on Sleepy Iris. Oh wait, you caught her.
Iris in one arm and.
And a 15 to hit.
Oh yeah, that hits.
That is 5 points of damage.
Thank you for the aid.
You're welcome. kind of thought that might be useful.
And Witch Bolt is concentration, right?
Yes.
All right, so make a check for the Witch Bolt first.
And I got advantage because Warcaster. There we go. That's a roll. Dirty 20.
All right, you have maintained your concentration, and now roll a Constitution saving throw, please.
Oh, 18.
All right, you succeed. Damn.
This is these dice suck. Dirty 20. These are awesome.
All right. So, I mean, it did damage to you, but you are still maintaining your Witch Bolt, and you're not poisoned.
Yay!
So, up next, Adela.
Okay. If she leans over the side, can she see where the spider is?
Yes.
This is what she wants to do. She wants to run up and be able to swing down, like do her acrobatics onto the bridge, kicking, like right where the spider is. I don't know.
Breaking in the bridge? That's awesome.
No, like you know how you swing on the side. I don't know the architecture of the bridge. If that
Yeah.
allows
So
for
it's
that.
it's got open arches on the side. You can. What is your intent with swinging out at the spider?
like feet first into the spider, like the swing.
So you're doing like an unarmed attack on
Exactly.
it? Okay.
Yeah.
She has knives in her boots.
I mean,
Well, I also have sneak attack, so that's going to be the majority of where the damage comes from.
Yeah.
Since Wuya's right there.
yeah. Let's do that.
Yeah.
It's an awesome image.
It's fantastic. I love it. So yeah, you go running down the top of the bridge and like lean down, plant a hand, and swing through. Roll me an unarmed combat attack, please.
Oh no, that's probably not going to. But you know what? Wait.
Wait, we
How much time do you
have
have left in this session? Okay.
we have cards.
Oh yeah.
You can gain advantage on a attack by a change of fate.
Mm-hmm.
That's the main one that would help us here, I think.
We also, Tamago Tori has just donated another 500 mid-combat bits.
Oh,
I only get a
mid-combat
+2 on the.
Because it's strength based.
Yeah.
What's your
Should we do inspiration?
What's your total roll?
Well, I mean,
The total roll is 11. So maybe if I do it at an inspiration.
Yeah, D6.
Yeah,
Yeah.
let's inspire.
all right,
Should
you
just
just
give
got
it
it
right back
Yeah.
to you.
But we have to get that good content chucking it
Yes,
back
exactly.
at each other. It's what people want.
Yeah.
Tamago Taurus saves the day.
14.
Hits. All right. So it is one plus your strength, so 3.
Yeah, no, do it.
Well, and then my sneak
And
attack.
then your sneak attack.
I sorry, I was reading the rules there. Sneak attack only works on finesse or ranged weapons.
Dang.
Nobody
You mean my
likes
feet-
a rules
you know my
lawyer.
feet aren't
Her boots go flying off.
It was so badass.
It was definitely badass.
It's still cool.
Actually, I'm gonna do this. Roll me a d6, please.
Okay. 1.
All right. So you do 3 points of damage
You've
to it,
deflated everything.
and it is definitely surprised by this. It like turns and chitters at you, and then turns back, just like very clearly confused about what in the shit just happened. Lester, sorry, do you have anything else?
Still a bonus action, right?
Yes.
'Cause I didn't use any of that. Remind myself. But I don't have any more movement probably from all that. No, I'm gonna just stay
Okay.
my ground.
Lester, your turn.
All right, he's gonna stride forward angrily, probably to get into sight of the spider. And
That's as far as you can go and stop, basically.
all right,
So you're at the top of the ramp. You can see, and the ramp is just not conducive to put in minis.
I just need to be within 120 feet.
Oh, you are certainly that.
This was a new jacket, and I'm gonna Eldritch Blast that last.
Get it.
And then I Eldritch Blast Dewey.
I was just saying, yeah, who does he hit?
Oh no.
I mean, he did stop fixing my jacket. You know, it's a natural mistake.
It's probably gonna be me. That is the grand tradition in these games of me taking friendly fire.
I want it to be Dewey.
Yeah, it was.
Sorry.
Wait, hold on.
It was
Wait.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Let
and I
me
rolled
argue
3.
about comedy over randomness.
You don't think it's hilarious that you just shot your wife in the back?
I mean,
You're sleeping on the couch for the next 3 millennia.
I think it's funnier to shoot Dewey in the back after he undoes the mending, especially
How
since
much
this
damage do I take?
this whole attack was based on this is a new suit. So the anger at my suit maybe misdirected my hand.
You know what? I will accept that.
And then Dewey goes down.
Comedy? Oh, I get 6 hit points then.
He's not
He's not
hostile.
hostile to you.
Might be now. He stopped fixing my suit! There's nothing more hostile.
Roll the fracking damage.
That is 8 points of damage.
All right, so Dewey, you take 8 points of damage.
Wait, why'd you
down?
roll a d6?
Because
a
D10,
D10,
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have 1 spell.
Oh, it's
now.
still a 4.
Wow.
It was meant to be.
Clearly.
All right.
Well, that changes my.
I sort of apologize.
Lester, what are you doing?
Well, he stopped. This was a new suit.
Is your suit really the most important thing we have to deal with right now?
How can you ask me that question at a time like this?
You see Sabachni's eyes just like full on flare with hellfire for a moment. She just turns back to keep an eye on the spider.
Ooh. Well, yeah.
So yeah, after I kind of pivoted and like took the bite in the left shoulder to like football protect Iris in my other arm, and then with that crackling energy of witch bolt energy, I'm just going to shove it up into the mandibles of the spider, and it just takes an action, so it just continues to
Yep.
do d12, 10 damage.
Ooh,
Okay, so
roasty.
would you like to describe it or would you like me to?
Sure. Yeah, after taking that bite, I just shield Iris and shove it up in the mandibles as I watch just lightning arc within the little chittering fangs and watch as its head just melts.
And your hand actually goes a little ways into it. You're so infuriated by all of this, and a little bit of ichor drips onto your hand, but nothing dangerous. It's more of
Finish him.
It's more of like the ripping the spine out, yeah. And that takes us out of combat.
I cast sleep on Lester.
Where are you? Where are you centering that? Because keep in mind he is basically right behind you.
15 feet away from me.
All right, roll those dice.
Your husband needs a nap.
Oh wait, that's shatter. Hold on.
You could do that one too.
Falls off.
Very wrong show, sir. Very wrong show.
If you're going to use shatter on unfriendly creatures, you have to wait for nat 1.
I cannot. That's okay. How many do I roll?
5d8. Level 1.
Man.
6. 9. That's 15. 21.
And Lester collapses to the ground, asleep, snoring softly. Or not softly, it's up to you.
He doesn't snore.
My suit.
Sabachni puts her hand on Dewey's shoulder because he's staring next to her and just goes, I'm sure you'll live, and casts Cure Wounds to give him. Ooh,
Nice.
You're welcome. 11 hit points.
Ooh, full up.
Sorry, I was just remembering days of Sen.
Are you hurt, Uya?
No, actually, what, the spell from before really helped out, so I'm pretty okay.
Wonderful. Is Iris alright?
Yeah, she's just asleep. And as I shake off some of the musty brown ichor that just like kind of burnt in my hands, just. Your husband looks a little tired.
Oh, don't worry. He'll need the nap to deal with whatever we're gonna do to him when he wakes up, I'm sure.
Ooh,
Yes?
hold on. Book, let's do it.
What are you doing?
It says book lets me to draw on things. I'm going to draw Mustard's face.
What are you drawing? Remember, you have 1 minute.
He's a teenage boy, so I
Yeah,
think we
yeah.
know what he's drawing.
You're 30 seconds in. What are you drawing on his face?
Penis on his face.
Fantastic. That's kind of crude, don't you think?
That looks pretty good to me.
And the book helps you draw a penis on Lester's face.
I feel like
I might have to.
I said that was a straight
see-
face. How did I do
I'm
that?
very proud of you, Matt.
What do you draw? Are you like carving this?
So as a bonus action, I can magic create a tiny quill in your free hand. The magic quill has the following properties.
That might wake me up.
It doesn't require ink. When you write with it, produces ink of any color of your choice on the writing surface.
Your forehead's a writing surface.
It's on his cheek.
yeah, come on. Can't be different.
No. So there are 3 conditions for sleep to end. You take damage, someone shakes you awake, or the spell ends.
Actually, you should do it on the forehead because my sideburns will cover your eyes.
That's a good point.
Let's see. The time must spend a copy of spell. Nope. Okay.
Ba-ba-ba.
There it is. So there's magical ink on you.
Okay.
Wonderful. On your forehead.
I can dismiss
Wouldn't
it
be the
at will.
first time.
The traveler is here, apparently.
While shenanigans are occurring, and now that I have confirmed that it looks like I'm the only remaining injured member of the party, I would like to pop the book back open. Mm-hmm. You can beg. You got this into this.
Wait. Oh, I started a combat in D&D.
Maybe we should get off the bridge, though, just in case.
So you open the book, or
Yes,
you
I will walk over and hover, not too near Lester. I don't know what he's gonna wake, if he's gonna wake up and he's been known to set up stock, in the middle of the night and Eldritch Blast. It's very annoying.
I completely believe that.
Re-wallpaper the bedroom
Lots
so
of
many times.
broken things.
But yeah, I'm just gonna open the book and see if start flipping through again, kind of skim reading, and just see if I'm picking up on anything.
Yeah, it's more of the same about the Vistani and the people that the person traveled with, but a little girl's voice in your head. If you want to check and see if the thing that my dad left transferred over, it's over. It should be over by that ribbon.
That is an excellent idea. I think I will. And I will pick my way around my sleeping husband and the dead spider and all the party members.
If possible, Odola has tried to push the spider.
I will try and stop you from that just for a brief moment, just because, can I see if I can take some of the venom out of it?
Okay, but just don't hurt yourself.
I will try to extract venom if I can.
Do you have proficiency in any applicable kit?
I have medicine.
Okay. And you know about phase spiders because you've read about them. So go ahead and give me a medicine check.
Cute. 22.
Okay. Do you have anything to put it into?
I would assume with a... Do I even have a med kit?
That's a great question.
Like Iris.
I do, if you ask.
Yeah, let's see, and I have... Oh, wait, no, I already... Yeah, I will ask folks if they have a bottle.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, this is much funnier. Instead of reaching into my doctor's bag as I'm weaving past to get to where the ribbon is, I will reach into my pocket and pull out a bottle of perfume. Something that is actually on my sheet because Bard and Courtier. I will just pop it open, dump it, just fully, as I'm walking, pop open the lid, dump it out, hand it to you.
That's a bit strong.
I know the sulfur undertones are not really for everyone, but I find it enhances my natural qualities.
And here, because I mean, in the material plane, it has a more balanced. Here, it's all fucking sulfur, and it makes everyone around you gag as you dump it in.
Okay, yeah, now it's fine.
All right, it takes you a couple minutes, but you are basically milking the venom sac into this bottle. Don't even with. And you now have a bottle of phase spider venom. We can talk about what that might do or what you can make out of that later.
Yeah, no, I was thinking about pushing it off afterwards. But, and so that way people... You wear this stuff?
I've been wearing it as long as you've known me. It's all about the pH balance.
Yeah, the pH balance, I guess, of the bridge and the perfume don't mix.
Have you ever visited the Bog of Eternal Stench? Because this is nothing compared to that.
No.
Great. Calm yourself.
But yeah, I was gonna push
Yeah,
it off.
how about let's push this? Why don't we push the spider?
So two things. The bridge is covered, and the walls come all the way down. There are like arches that are more windows than anything else. So you as people can fit through them as medium-sized creatures.
No. If it's gonna take any more effort than just kicking it over, then
Yeah, and also it's a large creature.
We don't want to sit here for 2 hours while
No.
you guys fully dismember this.
Odila then is going to come to the end so she can clear out of this.
You get to the end, you see Les sleeping with a penis on his forehead.
It's like, yeah, she'll say, I see we're using our resources wisely here, do we?
And as you say that, Lester wakes up because it's been more than a minute.
Oh, I smell the boudoir.
Oh boy.
Mr. Moreover, you got something on your face. This right here.
Sbachthane, you make your way over to where the ribbon is. And are you still holding the book?
Oh yeah.
The little girl in your mind is like, if it's the same way that my dad built it, there should be a compartment a little ways down from where the ribbon is. It might be a bit different on this side, but it should be there.
Does this seem like it's something where I need to get around to like the outside of the bridge? Is it on the inside of the bridge?
She indicates that it's on the inside.
Okay, then I will go to the equivalent post and see if I can find
That was startling.
My love, if I may point out, everything that has been translated over from the prime plane has been a negative version of itself.
I'm aware, sugar, but wouldn't it be better for us to find out what horror awaits us now than have it potentially come up behind us as we leave?
It's your adventurous spirit that I admire most.
I thought it was... Never mind.
And your perfume. It's particularly strong today. I like it.
Oh, yes, I'm gonna have to pick up some more of that whenever we get out of here and get...
Is that the bog of incurable stench?
I'm gonna look for a compartment.
All right.
Wanna check on that, or do you want thumbs along?
With her guidance, because she's like a little to the left. You don't need to make a check. You're able to feel a little piece of wood like click under your thumb.
Okay.
And a small compartment pops open. It's like one of those things that you press open and then pull.
Yeah. There's the mind killer. Reach in, see if there's anything in there.
I actually used that in one of my games recently.
It's very topical. I just want to make sure that we date these accordingly for anyone who listens in the future.
Yeah.
It's a reference to the Flash Gordon movie.
Clearly, obviously.
Absolutely.
When you reach inside, there is a box that is maybe 3 inches by 5 inches, and what strikes you about it is that it's made from a very warm colored wood.
Oh. Well, that's unexpected in a place like this. I will pull it out. Does it seem to be locked or?
No, it's just it's like a jewelry box with that little lift lid.
Pop it open.
And when
See what tries to kill me.
And when you open it, you're certainly tense because you're expecting something to come.
Yeah. Well, and also, since the rest of my party is like on the other side of the bridge from where I am, I'm gonna kind of like turn and body block a little bit so that, like, you know, if this thing drops a fireball on me or something, there's at least I'm providing whatever cover I'm able to.
Okay.
If something jumps out.
And when you hear a little jangle inside, you jump a little bit because you're not quite expecting that.
A little tense.
A little bit. But when you look inside, there are 5 coin-sized tokens that each have a different colored ribbon tied through a hole at the top.
Okay.
They did make it over. That's good.
These are charms? Sort of.
Yes, one-time use charms. They make you brave.
Oh. And your father hid these on the other bridge so that if people needed to be brave, they could find them?
Uh-huh.
That's very kind of him.
He keeps watch over the roads and bridges and things, especially around in this area, where people need help.
He was a builder and a traveler then.
Uh-huh.
Are you of the Vistani?
Yes.
Oh, of course.
Well, was anyway.
Right. What plane do you currently reside on?
This one. And you get the very clear indication that if a little girl was pointing, it'd be at the book.
Yeah. Sparkly kind of suspected, but just wanted to get a little confirmation. Like,
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Possessed book. Spirit of a probably not living girl. Cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
But if you can get back to the chalet, maybe you can find me.
I will certainly do my best. Do you think maybe my compatriots and I should use these charms? Or
I think it'd be a really good idea, because it's a long way from here to the portal. And the Shadowfell is, well, if you're not one of us, it's really scary.
I imagine it's scary even if we were of your people.
It doesn't bother us nearly as much.
I've been told that. Spokane will, I think, take the charms out of the box and put like a gold piece into the box.
Okay.
And put it back in. Again, like, always exchange, always pay the toll. So, leave something for the next person who comes looking.
Okay.
The world's first geocacher.
Yeah, interdimensional geocaching. You can get to the right plane.
Planar
Find a
caching.
prize.
Do you have your towel?
Do the colors of ribbon are different on all five?
Yes.
What colors are they?
So there is red, there's orange, there's purple, blue, and yellow.
Okay.
So very, very base colors, but very, like, when you're holding them, they almost radiate color.
Yeah. Cool. Great. Spathny is going to head back across the bridge to where everybody else is. And just kind of, I think, if we're still kind of roughly in the same configuration that we are, then the first person she gets to is Wuya, and she's just gonna hold out. I think she'll take the one with the blue ribbon and just kind of slip it her neck and then kind of hold out to Wuya.
Ooh.
I'll take the purple.
And then to Odella, Dewey.
I suppose I'll take red like my hair.
Was there an orange? I wasn't.
There is an orange, which leaves Lester with yellow,
Yeah. And then
which works scary well with his outfit.
yeah, and say come to Lester at the end and hand him the
He's still laying down.
Angel, are you planning to take a nap? I thought you had finished that. What is on your face?
I don't know. Dewey mentioned there was something on there.
I'll pull out my compact, flip open the mirror, and show it to you. I do hope that's not permanent. I really don't want to have to explain that one at the next family
And
reunion.
I'm just gonna, like, with the quill from 5 feet away, just do that. And it,
Wouldn't be the first time there's been one of those on my face at one of the family parties.
You know I do not want to hear any more details about that. That might involve one of my brothers, and if it does, I do not want to know.
It was the pool boy.
Oh, that poor boy.
I'm very glad that his wife is so understanding of the strangeness of our entire everything.
He's very good.
Yes, that's why we hired him.
As Iris is waking up, I will just have her get on my arm, and just be like, okay, so there's obviously a lot of things that are coming are away, and we need to get out.
Uh-huh.
You've been here. You are from here?
Yes, but not really this area. I can see better than most of you, especially through the mist. Because for me it's kind of not there.
I need you to remember really hard. Which way is which way? And I will use, if anybody else is going to be down
Guiding
for
light,
it,
yeah.
use guiding light.
I mean, there is a path.
And is it the direct route? Is that what it says, or just like
For a
beacon?
brief moment, you see a faint glow in the direction of your stated goal, and you sense an estimate on how far away it is.
Okay.
Hope it's not as the crow flies.
Well, it is.
She's a raven. Okay, she can fly much faster.
So it is the direction, not necessarily the path from what I'm
That is
seeing.
correct. Yep.
Okay, so for a moment, this blue-gray light shines around her as she sort of fluffs her wings out and flutters a little bit, and then she turns and points in the direction that, in the direction that the path seems to be going from the bridge and then beyond, and then she's sort of like, ooh, it's a ways. We're going to be here a couple days.
Understood. We're gonna be here a couple days, y'all, so we better start walking.
Mrs. Marvel, what do these do?
They make you brave.
Oh.
We should give them all to him then.
Our friend holds up the book. Suggested that we should put them on. I believe they're blessed of the Vistani, the travelers who patrol the domains of dread.
Okay. Actually, you know what? I'm going to cast Identify instead.
Okay.
As my special one-time ritual cast that happens immediately.
Okay. I don't remember if you've used that yet today, but I will hand wave that,
I will check it off.
Time's a mutable concept.
especially in the Shadowfell.
Oh, you know what? I have used it already.
Ah.
So, 10 minutes, everybody? I mean, 11, actually.
Sure.
Tidwell couldn't bring me back another jacket. Everything he bought back was gray.
20 minutes?
I'm not wearing gray.
Do y'all want to take a rest? Short rest. While we're here and we know we've cleared out the immediate threat, is that helpful to anyone?
Well, if we're on the bridge, we can see what's in front and behind. I don't know if there's anything gonna come from the Jello.
I certainly hope not.
Don't
It
assume
came
anything.
From the Jello.
All right, so are you taking a short rest on the bridge?
I mean, I'm relatively well rested. I'm fine with continuing.
If anyone needs it.
I mean, if we're gonna take one out, I won't mind.
What does short rest do?
So you are able to spend hit dice to bring your hit points up.
Warlock's getting their spell slots back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is why warlocks demand short rests pretty frequently.
I demand nothing.
And do you have Song of Rest?
I do have Song of Rest. That's why I'm asking if we're going to take a proper short rest. Because if
I'm not hurt after you healed me.
I think I might be the only one who's down enough hit points for it to really matter.
Okay,
to
let's
actually.
do it.
I'm
Short
definitely
rest.
gonna, I'm definitely going to use a hit die here.
Okay.
Let's go ahead and call it a short rest. If you're fine, then you can cast your ritual while we're hanging out. And Sabachthani will, kind of to everyone's surprise, very quietly just start kind of singing under her breath. It's weird because it's like in infernal, or like, so it's not necessarily, but it's somehow pleasant. And everybody who uses a hit die can get an additional d6.
Ooh, did I need that?
I'm not my maths, so I'm good.
I'll be using Arcane Recovery to get spell slots up to the level of 2, so 2 levels.
All right.
Ones I'll take back. And also, I realize, after killing the spider, you all realize that some of Wu Ya's wounds have healed over.
So I cast first mending on his jacket. It's only a minute. In combat, that's a long time.
Yeah.
Out of combat, a minute, not long.
I was
so
like, that it should not be 10 minutes.
So I cast mending on his jacket and then identify on the token.
All right. So once your jacket is all repaired as if the cut was never there.
Tidwell, can you work with me to get these stains some soda water?
And you cast Identify on these tokens. These are charms of heroism. So you are able to use it for a one-time casting of heroism on yourself.
Gotcha. Okay.
What does that do?
So heroism. A willing creature you touch is imbued with bravery. Until the spell ends, the creature is immune to being frightened and gains temporary hit points equal to your spell casting ability modifier at the start of each of its turns. When the spell ends, the target loses any remaining temporary hit points from the spell. So it lasts for a minute. And I will tell you what the modifier is when you use it.
Oh, for the
But
okay.
we still have our aid for another 7 hours. Now.
For
Basically.
the most of today.
For
Yeah.
another 7 hours and 50 minutes.
Yeah. So yeah, it's
Okay.
basically like a quick ripcord to to be immune to being frightened and get temporary hit points.
Cool. Great. So we can still wear it without.
Yep. Yeah, you have to actually actively use an action to cast it from the token.
Cool.
Got it.
Cool.
Because it is an action. So while they are taking their short rest, we're going to go ahead and take our short rest.
Yay!
Now that is a pro right there.
yes.
So we're gonna go get some water. We're gonna use the
Barbecue
restroom
potato chips.
and probably eat some more potato chips, and then we will be back quite shortly. So stick around, friends.
Yes, we are in fact going to do a giveaway. So hashtag chaos right now.
Hashtag chaos
below,
in the
it's gonna
chat to win an item of your choice from our merch store, questandchaos.com/merch. So again, hashtag chaos. I believe Bomb Clancy is still eligible.
Reign of Terror.
And now we're gonna go to break.
Hey everyone, I wanted to take a moment and thank you for watching and supporting us. It's challenging to produce this content week after week, and your support really does make a difference. In fact, all of your support we call Tavern Upkeep. We have a monthly goal that we need to reach in order to maintain and to grow. We have currently set this at $1,500 per month. These funds go to purchasing and shipping giveaways, game and game accessories for us to use on the stream, and a portion of the rent here at the studio. We are asking you to help us reach that Tavern Upkeep goal every single month. There are many ways to contribute. The Patreon is the best bang for your buck. As a Patreon member, you are part of the Guild of the 5 E's with access to work-in-progress RPG supplements, the Patreon-only Discord channels, and a space to play in our Guild of the 5 E's D&D campaign. The higher-level patrons can even affect the outcomes of our streamed games by awarding players with cards from the Deck of Inspiration. Another way to support us is by donating bits during a live stream. For each 500 bits donated, an inspiration coin is granted to the players or the GM. There are various effects based on the game system, but in Call of Cthulhu, 1 inspiration coin is 1 reroll. On Dungeons & Dragons, a single coin can be used to add a d6 to any d20 roll, and 2 coins may be added to redeem for a random draw in the Deck of Inspiration. Subscribing on Twitch, whether it's a tiered subscription, a Prime, or a gift sub, helps us fill in the Tavern Upkeep. You get access to Twitch emotes, subscriber-only Discord channel, and a second entry into every on-stream giveaway. The last way to help us with our Tavern Upkeep goal might be the easiest. When you enjoy our content on YouTube, turn off the ad blocker. We put ads in every 30 minutes, so it's not too annoying, but that ad revenue really does add up. With all of that said, the most important thing we can ask of you is to join us live, on replays on YouTube, on podcast, on social media, and the Discord. We are grateful for every member of this community, and we would like to see it continue to grow. Tell your friends and share a link. Thank you.
wise.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Swords and Sages. We're trying out a new countdown timer, and the learning curve is steep for me, so we'll get there. I'm going to get this one way or another. During the combat, we had some more bits come in. So, 500 bits from Squeal the Bard to have a raven crap on Ezra.
So that goes to...
That goes to Raven.
yeah.
You should have done that
Or I'll
while
give
he
that
was
to Iris.
asleep.
But yes, welcome back, everyone. They have just dealt with 2 phase spiders on a bridge in the Shadowfell, and on said bridge, they found 5 charms of heroism. So they may or may not need that at some point.
It was just a phase.
You're just a phase.
Congratulations to Masked Hedgehog. Not just your regular hedgehog, but a masked hedgehog.
What kind of mask? That's the real question. Is it a mask of the Black Pharaoh? Because we might have to have a conversation.
I'm imagining this hedgehog is pretending to be a raccoon. That's what I see in my head.
I was definitely picturing like Ninja Turtle, but hedgehog. Like Ninja Turtles and Sonic did a crossover.
Ninja the Hedgehog, Teenage Mutant Ninja Hedgehog.
I like all of your mental images better than mine.
I mean, you're the one running this horror show, so I can see why you went to the dark place.
I was pitching an overweight guy in his basement.
Anyway, so we've sent you a whisper here on Twitch. Whisper.
That was creepy.
Question.
Awesome.
I'm curious. Are Iris's burb boots, are they desaturated or are they saturated? These are the deep questions.
You are correct. So they are, of course, made out of the bright red yarn that our darling Danny made these bird boots out of. They started out their regular saturation. The color seems to be leaching out of them the longer that you are here.
Do I notice that for everybody else's clothing as well?
Everyone, all bright colors are starting to. It's not fast. Like, you only really notice it because you're looking for it. But it's definitely a few shades of saturation down.
I will very solemnly go over to Mr. Moreover.
Oh.
And I will look at your jacket and be like, I don't know if you've noticed this, Mr. Moreover, but you're wearing chartreuse.
My God, I'm almost wearing pastels! We've got to get out of here.
Well,
And that's the motivation he needed.
James, you are a horrible, horrible person, and I love it.
all this I can forgive, but Debbie, pastels?
What is this, Miami Vice?
I haven't ever actually seen that, but I know the
You
reference.
can't say that to me when we have a movie day planned. I'm gonna derail it.
I know, but we're planning Del Toro.
Yeah,
What's Wrath of Khan?
That's the next one.
Benedict Cumberbatch. Great stuff. Great stuff.
Sabachthani, before this debate picks up again, is just going to start heading down. I guess she probably saw you talk to Iris, and then Iris kind of glowed and headed in a direction.
So we have an issue here, which is that according to the map, the path is going to be a more circuitous route, but one that is presumably marked, whereas the path that Iris pointed out is at some point going to take us directly that way.
Well, Iris wanted us to take the road, and I don't want to be anywhere near this Jello river thing.
Well, and I mean, Iris has, being a flattered creature, has the advantage of being able to go over and through trees more effectively than we can, so I'm sure she's able to potentially take a more direct route. I think it might be wise for us to stay on the roads, because while we're not immune from danger on them, we're at least not as likely to get jumped by something that we can't handle. Forests on any plane are generally a great place for, terrible things to hide, traps to be laid. Maybe you'll get to fight your bandits on the road, do we?
But that is the road going north, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So on the map, this here is the road, and this is the river.
And I mean, if you read that poem there, it looks like the road is going to head up by the Hand and Horn, and then turn to the right and go to which way, and then there'll be treasure.
The treasure of getting out of here.
Actually, reading the poem, it looks like the direction the thing wants us to go is
whatever the foggy bit in the corner. Because if you follow the trail to the Hand and Horn, which literally says this way, away from which way, this way to the Hand and Horn, you go past the tree. It's very confusing because they want you to go past the 3-tree hill over to the River Warren, which we are at right now, to the Worms Mark, which is down south. West of here, the treasure is yours, which is here. But we need to go to which way, which is what your friend is saying we go.
Yes.
Oh, I see. You're right. Yes.
We're going reverse of what is suggested because we're not looking for the treasure. We're looking for the way out.
Well, I mean, what if we found treasure along the way?
As long as it is toward the direction of getting out, I'm not opposed, but I'm not going to go in the complete opposite direction.
Do we know the scale of this map? Is this,
We know that from where we are to where we're trying to get, we'll take
A
couple
couple
days?
days is what I said.
So it says it is an estimate. So her best estimate is a couple days. But again, her sense of direction and distance is based more on traveling through the air and not through, say, a twisty forest.
I am not so greedy to want to delay our departure from this plane any more than we need to. So
Agreed.
maybe we'll find treasure another day.
I agree. Yeah, we head to which way?
Maybe the friendships we make along the way will be the true treasure.
I was waiting for someone to make that joke.
Well,
everyone
given
stares
the
at him.
obscene drawing you,
I've already shot you once, boy.
At this point, the greatest treasure will be if all 5 of us make it out of here alive and relatively intact.
We're protagonists. We can't be touched.
Don't challenge the
yeah.
fates,
Adela
lest,
starts rubbing her pendants as Lester just jinxes us.
I mean, we may have to sacrifice some children along the way because they're sidekicks.
I'm pretty sure they're fully... I think if we're sacrificing sidekicks, that's going to mean Tidwell first.
You take that back.
I absolutely will not.
Tidwell means so much more to everyone here. Than one
And
of
unless
these
they're
children.
still laying down.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
To the scary forest, then?
To the scary forest, then.
All right. So the 5 of you plus assorted pets start making your way in that direction. For the moment, the area around you is fairly open. It's kind of like a blasted heath type of area where the mist prevents you from seeing super far. So you have an idea based on the map that there is a forest up there. You can't really see it through the mist. And you guys start walking. And walking.
About 10 minutes in, because of what Iris told me, I will have her fly up about 60 feet since she can like fully see through the mist based on her words, right?
You can.
I will have her be watching over us and just letting me know if anything comes through the trees towards
Okay.
us.
You're not in the trees yet. You are
Okay.
in an open area right now.
Okay,
So
but
you-
even like mist-wise, there's, yeah, just like keep an eye out is what
Yeah.
I tell her.
Does Tidwell's Devil's Sight work here? So Devil's Sight is like magical darkness doesn't impede his vision.
Because it's mist and not darkness. He can see about the same length that you lot can, but not any further. But his field of vision, actually, his field of vision is a little bit further than yours because the Shadowfell is magical darkness. Only lightened a little bit by whatever ambiance is here.
Dancing lights.
So then theoretically he can see 120 feet because he's got dark vision 120 feet.
He sees a little bit less than that, just because of how close the mists are in. But he can see a good 60 feet around you, which is better than all y'all. So, and I forgot to mention, Wuya, when you basically asked for the guidance of the gods with Iris, you didn't hear anything, but for a second there was a little chill shiver down your spine.
I will keep that to myself.
Fair enough. All right, so The 5 of you, plus your familiars, walk for what feels like hours. This is, again, the open blasted heath, but you're able to maintain your direction because Iris is watching over you and tells you if you're drifting a little bit off of the compass point, basically. Which is very helpful because in this mist you could go around in circles forever and die here. And as you start to see trees coming out of the mist, very faintly, like the very tips of the trees, there's no real time here, but you know that you have been traveling long enough that if you press onward, you're going to start becoming exhausted.
So we're gonna make camp?
Yep.
Rather make camp while we're somewhat out in the open. Honestly, then we can see anything coming.
Can
At least, as much as we can see it all.
Iris see maybe we should get off of the road specifically, maybe just a little bit.
Should we step away from the roads? Like, what is this? What's the situation?
Sit. The road actually is probably the safest area to be.
Okay. Maybe just along the road and press up near the
Enough
trees.
to the side that a rampaging carriage won't run us over, but close enough that we can keep an eye on things.
Yeah.
I have bad news. Tidwell informs me that no matter what he cooks, it turns into gruel.
That seems about correct.
Ormond juleps?
It's like drinking oatmeal.
Mm.
Well, settled in, put out some bedrolls, take watches.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Odila will offer to take first watch.
Okay.
Sabaknil take second.
All right.
If you want, we could all spend the night in my rope.
It lasts an hour.
That's an hour.
I think so.
Not it lasts 8 hours. Oh, it is 1 hour. If we want, I'm just gonna go in my rope for an hour.
An hour later,
Just make sure you're not directly above anyone you lack.
Well, never mind. It's also not a it's not a ritual. So. Yeah, let's make some camp.
I'll take third.
One of the reasons why Twilight Clerics are broken, you get Liamon's tiny hut as a domain spell.
Nice.
Wonderful.
Actually, I'll actually take last watch.
Okay.
If anyone wants to take.
Why don't I take third then? Lester, who wants to take second?
I'll take second.
All right. So for no particular reason, it is Odila doing Sabachthani, and then Wuya. Got it. That music is so cheerful for this moment.
Cheerful? I thought it was kind of like,
mournful.
we're on the more spooky.
It worked until the flutes came in.
Yeah, it's a little. Has a flute ever made anything
God,
more
Fonz.
scary?
Yes.
The master of the panpipe.
Yes.
No. I'm talking specifically a flute, not variant types. Irish flutes are terrifying. Those things are from, the
Some other
land
plane.
of fairy. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So you all settle in, and I mean, again, the weight of this place presses on you. It is hard to get to sleep with any sort of peacefulness. You think you're starting to drift off. You think you're starting to drift off, and then like a muscle twitches because you feel like maybe something's watching you from the mists, and you start to drift off again. But eventually, those who are not taking watch do fall asleep. Odila, can you give me a perception check, please, for your watch?
Oh, that's going to be pretty high. That will be a 22.
Okay. So, sitting on the outskirts a little bit of your little camp, you are scanning the area, constantly vigilant, constantly aware, and this place is wrong in every sense of the word. You know you don't belong here. Nothing really living belongs here. And you can feel this dread. Not fear necessarily, but dread building in you a little bit. But your watch passes without incident.
Dewey.
Fine.
Wake up, Dewey. It's your turn.
Okay. Nothing on my forehead, right?
Just sweat.
Desperation.
All right. Go to sleep. That's out of the box. Thank
In the
goodness.
box. In the box.
I also lost it. It's gone forever.
Your tablet ate it.
Right out of
Yeah.
reach.
15.
All right. So as you grumpily settle in for your watch, Rusty is
Ooh. Does Rusty also get a
yes.
6 hit points? 1 hit point. Rusty has 2 hit points.
He has to cast a spell again.
11.
Okay. So between the two of you, you're sitting in what has become the designated watch spot that Odila vacated, and Rusty is running a little ways out of your line of vision, but you're always aware of him because he stays within the 100 feet. He is keeping watch, but the mists confound his eyes, and he conveys back to you an impression of his smell doesn't seem to be working quite as well here. Like, he's trying, but everything here smells dank, and it just fills his senses to the point where it's hard to smell anything. So the two of you spend the next couple of hours very much on edge, very concerned, not able to see or hear anything weird except the occasional cry of a raven. And your watch passes without incident. Balcony.
Oh, that's bad.
Oh, honey.
We need to use our change of fate.
Well, that would be advantage.
Would you like me to? I rolled a 2, and while I have a pretty good modifier, it's not that good because we're still only level 3.
I mean, if we use the change of fate, you
Or
get
inspiration.
Yeah.
Or, well, inspiration would add a decent. I mean,
Well, I will point out that she can't roll below her passive.
Oh,
Can't roll
right,
below my
right.
passive, which is a 15, which is what
Okay.
I'd be taking at this point.
Yeah,
so,
okay. Thank
it's,
you.
it's only if you want me to try to roll higher.
No, I think 15 is pretty good.
Because I do have a +5, so. Yeah, we'll take the 15 for
All
passive.
right. So as you sit down and you start taking your watch, you are accustomed to places that aren't
Oh, yeah.
right. This is weird in how it's wrong. Whereas the hells are filled with torment, both of those who rule and those who live there, this is filled with shadows and emptiness and void, an absence of the hunger that you're so accustomed to in the hells. And it's like after you get your wisdom teeth pulled and there's this sucking hole in the back of your mouth that you can't help but poke your tongue into, and just constantly worrying at it in the back of your mind. And you think for a second that you hear from the trees something moving. But when you turn your attention over there, the movement stops, if it was ever there in the first place.
Right when her watch comes up, she'll pull the book out, and go over and wake Wuya.
Sorry, my turn?
Yes, unfortunately.
Okay.
Here. I know I said you maybe shouldn't interact with it at first. I was worried that it might be dangerous for you because of whatever connection you have to this place, but maybe it's better for you to take it because you do have some connection. Might provide help.
Okay.
The girl who's connected to it, the spirit, one who I've been telling you all about, seems to want to help us. Her people are the Vistani, they're the only people I know of who can travel through this kind of place safely. if there is such a thing. So maybe you should hang on to it for now.
Okay, yeah. And I will hold out my hand and take it.
Okay.
Hand off the book. Wake me up if you need anything.
Certainly. Thank you, Mrs. Moreover.
Yeah.
All right. Give me a perception check, please. One for you, one for Iris.
Me, Iris. Both of us 13.
Okay. So as Iris wakes up, she bristles her feathers and flies up into the sky and starts watching. And you settle in for your watch as well. And you don't... It isn't memories. Not exactly. It's more like a familiarity. You are sitting in this place, and as you're sitting with the twisted remains or the skeletal remains of grass, whatever passes for grass in the Shadowfell is pricking at your legs through your clothing. You realize that you have felt that particular sensation before, and you're starting to remember that.
And as he sits there just contemplating, he's gonna call back Iris.
She'll come and land on your shoulder.
Sometimes when I think about things here, they get all wonky in my head. And when there's the picture of the ship in the book, it became like a ghost up above, kind of. Can thoughts do that here? Can they make things real?
To an extent. Yes, if you're powerful. Less so if you're not. I'm sorry, that was cryptic. There's really no other way to describe it, though. There are those who rule in these sorts of places who are able to shape their reality in their little pockets to whatever they want it to be, for better or worse. They're very powerful, and of course the queen can do pretty much whatever she wants here. People like you and me, it's shadows of a shadow.
And what if the memory is powerful?
I mean, memories are pretty dangerous here. If you've heard of raids, they're memories of rage and pain and hunger turned into something almost physical. So, it depends. Why? What are you remembering?
That you're not her. And I will dismiss Iris. And I will think very hard, very specifically of a woman. Brown hair, brown eyes, very light smile, lightness to her step. And I will think really hard about her.
You are accustomed to shaping the weave around your intention with thought and word and material components. This is the strongest thing that you have, this memory of this woman. And you can feel the weave, even here, shift. And sweat is standing out on your brow because this is requiring a lot of effort from you. But for a moment, a spirit appears in front of you. And it's her, looking at you with that warm smile that always was home. And she looks at you and her eyes are warm. And as you're focusing, trying to hold corruption at bay for one moment, she holds a hand out to you.
I reach out for it.
And for an instant, just an instant, her hand is warm in yours. And then the image starts to shift, and you start to see her as she was at the end.
And I will try and fight to keep her as she was.
There is a blue-gray light pouring from you at this point as you are grabbing onto every strand of the weave that you can hang on to try and hold this woman here, to hold this memory. And for a second, she reverts back to who she had been. And she moves forward and wraps an arm around you, resting her head on top of yours because you were so much shorter than you were. And then you can feel as the image corrupts. And with all the power that you can throw into it, you can't stop it.
Feeling the turning happen, similar but different, I will let go.
And the image steps back and away from you, looking at you with such sorrow in those eyes as the flesh corrupts and shifts. And she just smiles at you one more time. Sad, sad shadow of that smile that you loved so much. And then she's gone.
Just under his breath, he'll be, I'm sorry. And then he'll just curl up into the tree and just stop. I'm not even watching anymore, just looking down.
The rest of you begin to wake up toward the end of what would have been Riyah's watch. He doesn't wake you. He doesn't seem to be completely here at the moment. But you do wake with your own internal timer says, it's time.
So Sabachthani doesn't wake up.
I suspect Odila wakes up and kind of starts nudging people.
Yeah.
Well, and I don't think, as much as she normally is just like out like a light, I actually don't think Sabachthani ever really fully sleeps here. It's too much like home, but not for that.
Yes.
And that's not a safe place for her to be.
And each of you do receive the benefits of a long rest. But I would like everyone to make me a wisdom saving throw, please. That's a smile of someone who's dealt with the Shadowfell before.
16.
22.
Oh. You definitely use a luck on that one.
Was that before the long rest or after the long rest?
This will be after the long rest.
Well, I get three luck.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wisdom saving 15.
Okay.
May I willingly fail?
Yes. All right. So it sounds like everyone. Okay. Booyah, as you hollow-eyed watch your companions coming awake, there's a dread growing inside of you. The sense that everything that you have done has been useless. That however hard you try, however good you ever get, it will never, ever be enough. And you have a disadvantage on all saving throws. And you gain the following flaw. I am convinced that this place is going to kill me. But morning, such as it is here. And the path yet lays before you through the forest.
Well,
Some beetle gruel for the morning.
I suppose.
Better than nothing, I guess.
Somehow tastes better in the morning.
Sure.
Let's go with that one.
Taste buds haven't woken up yet.
I imagine we're all just very silently trying to shovel.
Yeah, even those who made the check successfully, which is everyone except Wuya, this place does not encourage lightheartedness.
Yeah.
Rather the opposite, in fact.
Les makes like one token effort to be upbeat, and then just sort of begrudging and just sort of is quiet.
And I think Sabachthani probably has the most urgency that you've ever seen. Like, it's not the usual Langorious, like, I'm gonna slowly take everything is like, I'm speed eating this because it's a necessity. Keeping a very close eye on Wuya, because with my passive insight is high enough that I think I can pick up at least that, not necessarily what's wrong, but that something is more wrong with him than anybody else.
Okay.
But doesn't want to say anything.
Wuya, are you making any particular effort to hide your mental state at the moment?
I think, if anything, he's just not lethargic, but it is. I mean, I guess lethargic is probably the best word. It's just slow.
Mm-hmm.
How is his, as we get up to kind of walk, how is his, he's normally grabbing his backpack and doing this.
Yeah. He'll probably like
Default habit.
just like default habit, yeah, just like lock in the thumbs, but there is no spring in the step. And Iris is still not back.
I often don't know where Rusty is, so.
He's right behind you, Dewey. It's literally. Rusty just sitting like right here.
I'm behind him with a knife.
Shall we press on and along the road?
I think so, yes.
Might as well. There's no reason to stop.
As long as we don't come near another bridge, I don't think we'll get in a fight.
Once again, Odila rubs the pendants on her necklace. Maybe you should not make statements like that any
I see
longer.
4 trees. up
Worked
there.
for
That's a
these
forest.
two.
Okay.
Tell them how much money we have, dude.
Odila's starting to walk.
Yeah,
Yep.
pressing
Fair.
forward.
Don't have much.
No, I'm sure you don't.
I don't know that we're going to be needing money down here. If we have to make any sort of exchange, I don't think coin is what they're going to be asking for.
I would like my computer to stop being dumb, please.
No, never. It has to make everything as inconvenient as possible.
Oh, absolutely, and it's always during a stream.
Yeah, 100%.
Although you won't disappear this time.
That is 100% the advantage of being in person.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
We don't have that kind of budget for those effects.
What are you talking about?
Okay.
We're gonna say. Whoa!
Did you just try to frame
So
yourself?
close.
That was almost a spill.
Oh,
Yeah, worse than.
So did.
worse than bashing your head open on the corner of the table. Yes. All right. So, the 5 of you plus 2 pets. Start.
Bree, Tidwell.
He does not,
You said Iris wasn't
Iris
back.
isn't back.
Oh right, yeah.
and he
You-
does not
you-
like to
you
be
dismissed
referred
her.
to as a pet. He's a servant. There's a big difference.
Oh, clearly.
Pets don't do what you tell them to. Servants do.
Would you stop dawdling, Lester?
Some of us can walk and talk.
We've noticed.
And I don't think you were among those. Someone's.
Ooh, burn! I love it.
Sabachthani walks up and just very subtly down below high fives Odila.
So, the 5 of you start walking toward the forested area. This is the direction that Iris had indicated before, although, of course, she is not here now to continue being your guide. And It takes still a little while for you to get into the forest. You had only seen the beginnings of the trees through the mist. So maybe an hour later, you get into the tree line.
Is there still a road like that winds through the forest, or does the road just kind of come up to the edge of the forest and then congratulations, you've reached the spooky forest?
There is still a path that
Okay.
goes through, and unlike everywhere else that you've been where the road might have been made by something else, this is very clearly a wagon track.
How long did it take us to get into the forest?
About an hour.
Okay. I'm just gonna dancing lights.
Okay.
I mean, it's a cantrip. You can do that pretty much indefinitely.
Odila, you want to take the lead? I'll bring up the rear.
We'll take the lead until.
Yeah.
All right.
Spockney with her sword out, bringing up the back.
I'll put the dancing lights like sort of off to the side so that they're not like right next to us.
Okay. So they're more like glowing globes off in the mist. You can see where they are, and they do shed a little bit of light around themselves. They're not hugely useful except as markers at the moment. As you walk into the spooky forest, the road is set. You can see where it is. It is not a good road. You get the impression that if you were riding through here on a wagon, most people would want to get out and walk because there's a lot of roots and rocks that the wagon would sort of bump horribly over. Walking it is better. Not a lot, though. This is essentially difficult terrain. So you're able to make your way through and keep a reasonably good pace, but you know that you're moving slower in here than you were out there. And in here, there's noises. They're subtle at first. The sound of a root shifting, perhaps, as, well, trees are a little bit more here. It shifts and moves, and you can hear thorns scratching against another tree. Kind of a high-pitched nails on a chalkboard kind of sound. Smell?
Odila yells, I have killed your brethren, Wood.
Don't make them angry.
And you do feel kind of a, like, not quite a wind through leaves, but definitely a shift of branches. And you don't know if it's,
Toward or away from.
yes, exactly.
Oh.
It's very hard to tell
Definitely
if
with their daggers.
it's very hard to tell if things are being like, you did what now? Or if it's like, we should maybe not get closer.
She killed my cousin.
On the material plane, is he a fifth cousin 3 times removed on my mother's side? So, the 5 of you continue through this forest, and it comes to what you feel like might be midday. Nothing has happened yet, but there is certainly the omnipresent sense of, well, ominousness.
At some point when we take a break, Les is going to sit down next to Wuya, and he's going to say, I don't talk about loss much. Because loss is a powerful force. It controls you, and it can consume you. But you mustn't let it consume you, son. You mustn't.
It's funny that you think it can.
It has.
Yeah. Yeah, it has.
I think we all kind of overhear a little bit, at least at the end of that conversation.
I imagine the 5 of you don't want to be too far apart.
Right. So Adila will reflect on that message too.
And I think Sabachthani just kind of walks over sort of behind Lester and it's just that thing of like kind of standing or even sitting behind him, puts one hand up on his shoulder, just kind of sits there, makes the contact, but doesn't say anything.
All right. So you do take a brief break in the midst of all of this to
Avoid that exhaustion penalty. 'Cause the last thing we want is to be stuck down here and have disadvantage on rolls.
If you had 927,
We almost made it through an entire episode.
To be fair, the program feed has disappeared.
No, I know why. It's just funny.
Behind the scenes.
Almost made it through an entire episode without
Almost.
poor Thomas having to get up to labs.
this is my chance.
No! You're so violent!
Hey.
You almost succeeded in what multiple years of people on QNC have failed to do. I almost spit beer out of my nose.
We are really trying it for you on this one. Like
You're bound determined to get the spit take from me, aren't you?
apparently.
I need those 6 hit points.
You
Oh
don't
my gosh.
You don't need the 6 hit
He's
points
not hostile
until we're
towards you.
actually in a fight.
Oh.
He can't sleep on me. I can make a convincing argument. He is hostile.
Dewey maybe, not the fox.
One and the same.
Yeah, I think we take a brief break, enough to kind of catch our second wind, and then after maybe only like a half an hour, or what feels like it could have been a half hour.
Sure.
Time is so difficult to tell. I think probably to everyone's surprise, Sabachthani is going to be the one who's like, "All right, let's keep pressing forward," and kind of rouse everybody up to keep moving.
Sure. And who has the highest wisdom score here?
Not me.
Not me, possibly me.
I have a 17.
I also have a 17.
Okay. So the two of you. You have an
Oh, damn.
Whoa!
stars and stones,
I
really?
guess I do have the highest wisdom.
That's why we let you go in front, because you actually have common sense, unlike the rest of us.
No, I'm kidding. The three of you who have the higher wisdom score, you are also usually pretty aware of the passage of time. Some of you perhaps more keenly than others in some ways, and you can feel your sense of time slipping a bit here. It's not a lot, but you get you feel like, was that a half hour? Was that an hour? I'm pretty sure it was an
Set back
hour.
our clocks or no?
Oh God, yeah.
It's darker now.
Yesterday was rough. Extra sleep, but also cats don't care.
Nor do toddlers.
Hello, darkness, my old friend. Why are you here at 4:30?
It's true. It's true. So, but you can sense that slippage of time a little bit. It's not enough to cause you actual alarm yet, and you also know, Sabachthani in particular, but all of you kind of know, this isn't the Feywild. Time moves approximately the same here as it does in the material plane. It's not like going to the Feywild and you're there for a day and you come back and 100 years has passed.
There is shift, but it can be much more minimal.
So, the five of you proceed onwards through the spooky, spooky forest.
Now it's double spooky.
Spooky, spooky, spooky
It was just spooky.
Say every time we stop and start again, it
A
gets
spooky
more
gets added.
It gets darker and darker.
The episode title's just 87 Spookies.
I think I called it something like Deeper Into the Shadowfell or something.
Yeah, it feels right.
Didn't go with Into the Woods?
I thought about it.
The crunchy, spooky
But
woods.
look, Tana can't risk doing something like that, because if that had been the name of the episode, we would not have taken the path through the forest.
Yeah.
He's right, you know.
Yeah. To that river.
What if
Through
it's
the
Like, I knew I should go with Big River
We built a
instead.
boat out of the bridge.
Yeah,
No, don't break my dad's bridge.
Too bad, small child.
and that's how we were cursed by like multiple generations of Vistani and died.
And you don't want to be cursed
No,
by
I do
people who
not.
can pass between planes.
No.
It's kind of bad.
Yeah, they can follow you anywhere. It's a bad choice.
Pretty much. So, As you all continue along, I would like everyone to give me a perception check, please.
You said saving throws are at disadvantage?
Saving throws are disadvantage.
That's a dirty 20. I think it's the first time I've ever gotten to say that.
14.
Ooh.
19.
25.
Okay.
Massive 15.
Okay. So all of you become aware of a sound. It's not something that you associate with the woods, what you hear. It's not quite footsteps either. It's kind of a shuffle, drag.
Odila has both daggers out, and it's in a crouching position, like ready to pounce.
Mage armor.
We could parlay.
Hopefully it won't come to that, but if we have to, I'd much rather do that than, well, if it's an option.
Shuffle, drag.
Can we tell where it's coming from? Like, does it seem to be behind us, in front of us, to our side, or is it just kind of echoing everywhere through the crazy mist?
So the first one that you hear seems to be off a little bit to your left and ahead. But I did say the first one.
Yes, I caught that very specifically and distinctly.
I'm gonna send the 4 globes of light in a line towards it to try and like illuminate a path towards whatever sound this is.
Okay.
That's illuminating a path right towards us, too, Dewey.
Ding, 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 ding.
Our choices are somewhat limited, but I see your concern.
So you draw this glowing line of light between you and the what is the normal radius of the glowing orbs?
I think
10. So
10, yeah.
10 bright, 10 dim.
Okay, so it's really more effectively 10 period in this environment. So you're able to see a good 40 feet off into the mist and kind of squinting. And as the final light shifts out to the furthest of its ability for you to see, something moves.
Something's there, everyone.
I don't think we could tell that from the sound, do we?
And I think they know where we are.
I wonder how that happened.
So, dancing lights, if I remember correctly, is a range of 120 feet.
Yeah.
Great. As soon as I see the movement, I want to try to message the thing before it moves out of range, and just whisper, "We don't mean you any harm if you won't bring harm to us."
And they can answer with message?
Yes, I whisper. They can reply in a whisper that only I can hear. And I will do it twice immediately on top of each other, once in common and once in undercommon.
Okay. Which one do you do first?
Common first.
Okay. When the common one goes out, you can hear in your ear the most terrifying little chuckle you've ever heard in your life. And you're from the hells.
Yeah, I know. That's yup.
And then oh.
I don't like that. I didn't like that.
Goodbye, Rusty.
That was my 6 hit points.
I think as soon as I hear the chuckle too, I will say, "Do we turn the lights off?"
Before you are able to turn the lights off, an arrow comes flying out of the mist and strikes you directly with a nat 20.
Oh, gosh.
I'll just slide this regeneration thing.
Yeah. We'll see until we get into.
For 12 points of damage.
I'll just slide it a little closer.
Yeah.
And he'll fall backwards, and the lights go out.
Okay. I'd like everyone to roll for initiative, please.
Yeah, I was gonna say, is that initiative for? Oh boy.
Whoa.
Just quickly destroy what I had done.
Beating the rogue is on the table here. Nope. It's not.
Never.
So the lights went out,
Yeah.
and I would like you all to tell me approximately where you are. So this is the path.
Dilla would be in the front because she's leading, and Sabachthani is toward the back of the group because she was bringing up the rear.
Mm-hmm.
So I think we're probably still in pretty tight. But...
And I'll be by Wuya.
Okay. Does that put Dewey behind Odila?
Yeah, I would have been close to Adilla.
Okay. All right. So this is the marching order. Is everyone happy with this?
Yep.
Well, you know.
I mean, we're not happy with getting shot at. We're fine with the marching order.
I'm fine with him getting shot at.
Lester, you don't get 6 hit points if he gets killed by something else.
But they loosened it.
Did it come from towards you or towards down here?
It came from off in this direction.
Yeah, we should move everything down.
Sure, that'll do. So yeah, this one is on like the edge of the map, basically.
It's the most effective skeletal archer ever.
Seriously, I was like, ooh, ouch, I'm so sorry.
See, I knew she was keeping that box close by for a reason, and I was not happy about it.
Box of undead miniatures.
Yes, indeed. Don't you
They're
dare.
getting some love.
Don't you fracking dare.
Oh boy.
My arms are not long enough for this nonsense. I need a what is that? A
croupier.
Yeah. I looked at you because I knew you would know what I was talking about.
So I have a croupier.
That's something very different.
Because in college I built my own crafts table.
Of course you did.
Yes.
That's
You
why
did what?
Dewey wanted to play crafts. Because Thomas wanted to live out his youth.
Exactly.
He has loaded dice too.
That's why. Hey, y'all should roll these ones. I made them myself.
Well, that's
and
the
they
key.
have nails
Whenever
sticking out of
you're
them.
going to buy new dice with inclusions, you need to look for ones where the inclusions are opposite your high numbers so that you can hopefully get those off-weight dice.
In Paranoia, every time you roll dice, you always roll the computer die, and if you roll the computer, you automatically fail in the funniest way possible. And my buddy, who runs a lot of Paranoia games, 3D printed loaded computer dice that would like roll the computer more often, and he'd just put them on the table and like see if anybody would take them.
That's wonderful. All right. 20 to 50. Excuse me. 20 to 25.
23.
So close.
15 to 20.
19.
15.
19. 15. 15 to 10.
14.
14.
Who has a higher dex?
I got a 13.
I have a 16.
Okay. All right. Now I have to do some rolling.
That's appropriate.
This feels correct.
All right.
Oh, shit.
I mean, you know, undead are not known for.
Oh, wait a minute. An hour. I might just rope trick on out of here.
Thanks.
So what kind of check is it to see him cast a rope trick, grab his rope, and yank it away?
Now
from
can
him?
I kill the damn fox?
Counterspell.
I don't have it yet.
He goes up with the rope trick, and Rusty's just sitting there looking at me.
Do I have counterspell? I should double check. I don't think I do.
I don't think
no,
you do, 'cause you don't have-
levels yet. No,
right.
it doesn't come till level 5. Yeah, it's like I don't think. I'm pretty sure if I had that, I'd know.
Rusty up in the hole, just be like,
Just a little fox hovering overhead, watching.
come at me, bro. Come at me.
I can Eldritch Flash into other planes. Yeah. It's,
And right before it leaves, just like a little paw print flipping you off.
see, now he's hostile.
I mean, very likely. Although I can't imagine why that would be.
You know, it's just going to be a week of inter-party fighting on this channel.
You know, as you do. Shite.
Oh no, there are too many bad guys. I guess we just lose one then.
Don't tempt her to add more. The box is still within reach.
It's true.
Yeah, that feels correct.
Oh, skeletal athlete.
Right before Lester, too.
Yeah.
Oddly, Lester, you're the one who gets attacked. Don't know why.
All right.
Because I'm wearing chartreuse.
Odila, what would you like to do?
You are a crime against humanity, sir.
So
It's a
I could
fashion.
tell the direction in which that arrow came,
Sure.
but not probably see the actual figure.
It's a little bit too far away for you to properly be able to see, because I am sorry, people who are watching the map cam. I'm going to put it as far out as the zoom will allow me.
Combination of imagination.
Which direction?
This one.
That one.
Yeah.
Okay.
1, 2, 3. Got it. Sorry, barking them in my head.
Yeah, she's still gonna run into the direction of where the arrow came.
Okay.
I mean, she saw it, so she has a good idea of the trajectory.
So you get to about there, and yes, you can see a skeleton holding a short bow, looking very surprised at how quickly you came through the mist at them.
How do skeletons look surprised?
That sort of roll back of the shoulders.
Its
I
eye
will
sockets
use-
widen.
My bonus action for insightful fighting.
Okay.
Okay, so I have to make an insight check.
Yep.
Can I use my passive on that?
Not for an ability like this.
Okay. So I want to definitely use another luck to re-roll back
Okay.
this. Okay. Insight plus 6. 20. Unnatural.
Okay. You do have your sneak attack on it. I will point
Okay.
out that you're not able to get close enough to have.
But I can
to-
throw it.
You can throw it.
Yeah, so I'm going to throw a dagger.
Go ahead.
Oh, now I actually have to hit though. Okay, yeah, 18.
Hits. Roll me some damage.
Hey. I'll have to borrow. D6 again. D6 box. Okay.
Nice.
12 plus 4, 16.
Okay, so you come running through the mist at this skeleton, already balancing a dagger in your hand because you know you can feel it in the earth around you. You can't get close enough to stab it, but you flick a hand forward and you drill right through the skeleton, and it drops like a stone.
Now it looks really surprised.
It is dead.
And that's about all I can do.
Okay. All right.
It's re-dead. That turn's gonna catch on.
Sounds like an anime.
It does.
All right.
Re-dead.
Huh?
Nani?
Something happens in the mist. I'm not quite sure what.
My favorite.
The music, you hear a
Yeah.
band and thing.
That skeleton should be ashamed of itself.
It should be.
I'm curious which one in the order I just brought down, though.
Not the first one if something happened in the mist.
You think it's just skeletons? That's cute.
Okay. Great.
Lester, it is your turn.
Oh.
Actually, I just saw Adilla run off that way. Mm-hmm. And she's out of sight of us now?
You can still kind of see the outline of her, but not really any details. Enough to know that it is Odila. And you heard something go like a xylophone being dropped down a flight of stairs.
We need some Foley work on that.
So I wrote a game where you battle the undead skeleton army, and whenever I run it, I absolutely Foley my dice into being scattering bones.
There you go.
I'm just waiting for David as Pumpkin to show up.
The true horror of the Shadowfell.
Indeed.
I mean, I guess I will ready an action to Eldritch Blast.
Okay, give me a perception check, actually.
Perception is not my thing. That is going to be my passive 11.
Okay. Yeah, you can't really make out much of anything around you, so you do like ready the strike for whenever something happens.
I'm readying an action, but I'm staring at Dewey. Actually, I'm staring at Rusty.
I'm just like, Dewey, it is your turn. What would you like to do?
I am going to gonna down this magical potion that we have here.
All right.
This.
Thank you, Patreon.
Yes, thank you, Patreons. That is
Actually use
boosted
cards.
boosted regeneration. This potion heals 1d6 plus 2 HP.
My favorite card.
Yeah.
And next round you'll get the healing too.
Until the end of combat.
So that is 7 points of damage healed.
Excellent.
I am going. That's a bonus action. As a move action, I'm going to run up to the tree and kind of duck down behind it. No, the other one.
This one?
Yes, because that's where I was shot from. So I'm going to hide behind that tree from whatever shot me.
Okay.
And then I am actually going to cast Dancing Lights. I'll just send them out in different directions, like by 5 feet out from each of the trees.
Okay. In which direction?
So I
this
light
way?
up, yeah. So I light up Adilla, and then, and then the other sides of the trees.
Okay.
Does that make me see that skeleton?
Yes.
All right.
And go ahead.
That is a 18.
Hits.
Alrighty. 7 points of damage.
Okay. You definitely take it by surprise, as far as you can tell. It does that like shoulder waggle thing, but you haven't dropped it. All right, Sabachthani.
I want to move forward enough that Dewey is within 30 feet of me, staying close to the other two. So.
About there-ish.
Okay, I just want to make sure he's within 30 feet. Great. I'm going to cast Aid on Dewey, Wooya, and Lester. So that's going to be, again, increases your hit point maximum and your current hit points by 5 for the next 8 hours.
Which means effectively that you can also heal up those.
If you click on your health because of D&D Beyond, you just click your health, and at the bottom there it has
What do you mean your health?
just like the
Click on the section where your HP is, and down at the little boxes will pop up, and then for max HP modifier, just hit the 5.
And then
And
five
it'll
of-
automatically add the
Cool.
5 of healing. So that was my movement and my action, and as a
Got a lot of hit points there.
bonus
Could
action.
have
Yeah, you
more.
gotta tank it now, babe. And then bonus action, I will turn to Wooya, and it's not the wink this time. It's just a point, and it's sort of that like that eye contact, that hand of like, you got to be here for this, and Bardic.
All right. And Wooya, it is your turn.
Not even looking at Sabachthani, we will do that.
Okay. All right. So, the skeleton archer is going to shoot at you, Lester, because it saw that force blast come from you. And it's going to roll a nat 1. So you hear a
It shoots Dewey. It shoots Rusty. No!
It shoots its buddy.
a little too far for it to hit its buddy, but you hear a twang as a bowstring snaps.
Johnny Cash.
And then this one over here is going to seeing that Lester seems to be the dangerous one in this particular group, and is going to shoot at Lester.
Have
as
you
well.
met my wife?
Great, great.
No, she hasn't done anything yet.
Odila is the damage.
Oh, total party trio. What's up?
Hi, TPC. Good to see you guys.
Welcome, Total Party Chill.
Yeah, it's going
This
to
is
be
our
it.
fox.
Well,
Do they have a fox?
They do have a fox.
ah.
They also have pizza, apparently.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
An 11 is not going to hit you, is it?
It is not.
Oh no, excuse me, 12 is not.
A 12 will also not hit.
So yeah, two bowstrings go off. One you can all very clearly snap,
One won't come back.
and that is their turn. And in the mists, something happens. Odila.
Since she can't see any other. Just
No, not immediately Well, actually, if you look in this direction, you can see the outline of one that's over there.
But she can tell it's like pretty far away.
Yeah.
Yeah. She's gonna go over to her fallen skeleton and retrieve her dagger.
Okay.
Good choice.
Grab it, and it's a free action to pick it up.
Yeah.
So that was 10
Give
minutes.
it a little kick, just make sure.
You send the skull pinwheeling off into the mist somewhere.
Drop kick the skull.
She's never fought. Of all the things she has
Books
stabbed
and furniture,
fought, yeah.
fine. Skeletons, not taking
Just
it
needs to know the rules.
Mm-hmm.
And she is going to.
So that was 10 feet of movement. You still have 20 at your base.
Yeah, she's gonna head towards the tree that's near this.
This one?
Yeah, and probably use bonus to dash and get behind the tree. Or yeah,
All right.
to give herself some cover.
Sounds good.
Yep. And I can ready an action in case a skeleton comes up on me, but since they're using ranged weapons, I doubt that's gonna happen.
Okay.
But she'll stab.
But you can still ready the action.
Yeah.
It's not like a spell, so
I
it's
know.
fine.
Yeah.
You could also take a dodge action.
That's true. Which gives them disadvantage on hitting you.
Oh, to ready the dodge action.
No, just take the dodge action. So that if anyone tries
Fires
to
at
shoot
you, it has to take it at disadvantage.
I'm just imagining the order in real life. Dodges ahead of time, and then that just carries over.
Yeah.
Preemptive dodge.
Okay, I'll do that.
Yeah,
Because
right.
it doesn't make sense, but
Well, I
in this
say,
world it does.
in real time, where everything is happening in 6 seconds in
seconds,
increments,
I suppose.
it totally fits.
You're running
but it's funny
serpentine.
when it's
I'm doing like the
Zigzag.
Matrix slow motion dodge.
Oh,
So by the
so
time-
many games is also rating. Hello.
Well,
Hi guys,
Right.
welcome.
I actually I set up a giveaway, so we're gonna do another T-shirt giveaway. What's the chaos T-shirt?
Wonderful.
Wow, I hope you like octopus.
Enter hashtag chaos in the chat for your chance to win.
Hashtag chaos.
Bomb Clancy.
She hasn't won in a bit. It's getting about time.
The
All
moon
right.
is right.
Reign of terror.
Odella, was that your turn?
Yeah.
The stars are aligned.
All right. I'm just gonna mark something.
Oh, that's something's hashtag blessed.
Hashtag blessed. You're blessed.
Hashtag
I'm gonna just put that there as a marker for myself.
It's off. Okay.
I didn't know Dewey was on Instagram.
I'm not doing it for the camera. I'm doing it for me.
Okay.
Lester, it is your turn.
I mean, he's still there.
He is still there.
He's 6 hit points. That is a natural 20.
Oh, yeah, it is.
All right.
So do I roll the damage dice twice?
Yes.
Okay. So that is 13 plus 4.
Oh yeah, no, you blast this thing into smithereens.
I'll just put a 6 in these temporary hit
Explosion
points.
bones.
Yeah, and you can see it happen in the circle of light. Like there is a beautiful little shower of bones.
The only thing better than making undead is making them re-dead. It's gonna catch on, I'm telling you.
Stop trying to make fetch happen. It's not going to happen.
Oh my god, Lester, stop trying to make Redead happen. It's never gonna happen.
Dewey, what would you like to do?
I'm gonna give a slimming granola bar to Lester.
Wow!
We're talking mean
It's a
girls
Mean
anyway.
Girls reference, guys.
Great.
I am going
Just
to.
waiting for the fight to turn on itself.
Yes.
Sleep still on.
What it got
I'm
in
going
the
to ready.
Shadowfell.
I'm just going to ready a one of
like
my
a worm or something.
cold spells. You know, Ray of Frost
Okay.
from when I see an enemy.
All right.
In the Shadowfell, we wear chartreuse on Wednesday.
And by the end of the day, it's gray.
You know, as you do.
I don't like this. I don't like the extra.
Well, they're blessed, so it must be angels, right?
Totally.
Have you ever been to the Shadowfell? I need to explain a thing
No, I
to
have
you.
not.
Yeah, no, it's never angels.
It's never.
Unless it's the Old Testament angels that are genuinely terrifying.
Be not afraid.
Yeah, they have to say that
Yeah.
because they're so
I
terrifying.
understand now why you're always saying that.
Yeah, exactly. Sabachthani, on your turn, You are focused on the combat, the sounds, everything that's going on around you. There is a lot happening. You can start to hear on the very edges of your hearing something else approaching. But before you have a chance to do anything, you feel the weave shift in front of you as a portal opens and your brother steps out, the younger one.
Vidar? What the hell are you doing here?
Mother needs us, come on. And he grabs you and hauls you through the portal. And the portal closes, and that's where we're going to end tonight.
Oh, bigger!
What?
What?
What? I think we have to roll a giveaway then. You will never know. Just one. And I'm not telling who it is.
You will never know?
You will never know.
Congratulations, you will never know. Thank you all. And thank you to everyone
who
who
won?
joined us.
Oh, God. Which way?
They're wolves.
We
They're
couldn't know if you would tell us.
So, we will pick up next week in the midst of this combat, down your bard.
Only healer.
Yeah, our healer.
Bye.
And we wasted the
She
regeneration.
ate
Oh no,
it.
this is
No,
not the
no,
end of combat.
This is absolutely not the end of
No, I mean we wasted it on him.
No, I know. It's not the end of combat.
True. It is very much not the end of combat because there are 2 tokens indicating where I want to put things. Please don't move this much between now and next week.
Because I will forget to ask, how many of the party noticed Sabachthani just got pulled away?
Lester 100% saw because it was directly in front of him. Well, yeah, you can choose. Did you see it?
I mean, magical portal, yeah.
I figured.
Yeah.
Reaction to it, though.
No, I will give you even more than that. A magical portal and a tiefling that looks like it's half ogre.
9.5 foot tall tiefling that is just made of muscles, just entirely muscles.
Just came through the portal. She called him by a name. He said, "Mother needs us," and hauled her through the portal.
I assure you, he's the worst.
No, this is the good brother.
There are no
Couldn't he
good
pull
brothers.
us all through that portal?
That might actually be worse if Mother's calling.
Indeed. So, thank you all so much for joining us for this episode of Swords and Sages, where I attempt to break James in slow and wonderful ways. It's great. I'm having fun with this. I have a
Who won the
clicker.
giveaway?
You will never know, Ezra.
Oh, goodness. Gimme.
Nope.
Oh,
Yeah, or the
Whoa. Click.
Clicky.
We only gave you the clicker.
I
We
think
didn't
can
miss
just make
any
that
work.
up, right? We can make up the ending.
I'm
Yeah.
positive that I can riff. So thank you again so much for joining us for this episode of Swords and Sages. For the rest of this week, we have the Redacted Reports episode is coming out on Wednesday. Mind the content warnings. They are there for your protection. Don't eat anything while you're listening to it, for your own safety. On Saturday, on Saturday we have our double header once again. We have Rime of the Frost Maiden at
Probably at
11
11 a.m.
at 11 a.m.
Little
Pacific
brunch
time.
stream.
Have they started rhyming yet?
There was a moment where there was quite a few rhymes.
There's lots of illing and lots of chilling.
Oh
and
no!
lots of
Rhyming
killing.
and stealing.
I don't think you can say that.
I'm not
It's the
entirely.
Beastie Boys lyrics.
Anyway, and then later that evening we will be back with Down Darker Trails at 6 p.m. Pacific time. And then on Monday, we're back here without our bard because Alondra couldn't be here next week, which is why she got snatched in the middle
Yes,
of
mother call.
Might as well make it narrative instead of just unconscious, because I do that when I'm present. So,
You do that just fine when you're present.
indeed.
I just
I
think
appreciate
we
that
cast-
Odila gets to get laid and Sabachthani has to deal with her mother.
Right?
You know,
I just figured Dewey put her to sleep.
possibly, entirely possible. So, and then of course, always to our friends at YouTube, thank you so much for tuning in on the YouTubes. Give us a like, comment down in the comments below. What sorts of secrets do you think Wuya is hiding? I'm really interested in what your theories might be.
Stole the life force
There
from
was-
his wife
There was a key
to
sentence.
become young.
There was a key sentence that was uttered in there.
Oh?
Oh, I'm not saying.
But we'll say it in the after show.
Yeah.
So check us out on patreon.com/questandchaos to catch that.
What? No slash?
/Quest and Chaos.
So thank you so
How did
much.
your bear do that?
We are going to go and
So he gets an
do...
extra inch.
He's a Muppet.
This is why you don't get to complain anymore about how late we're here, because you're the reason why we can't get into the after show any faster.
So we're going to raid. We're going to raid Cosa Piccola, who is awesome. Who's playing? I don't know what she's playing. Little Nightmares,
Oh, that's a fun
nice.
game.
something like that. But stick around and listen for when we're done at the after show. We're going to walk past her in the office.
Oh.
Wait, what?
She's in the front office playing.
Oh.
Streaming. She's also streaming. Our internet is that good.
So listen and see if you can hear the tromping footsteps of 7 people leaving.
You will never know.
So thank you all so much again for joining us. It has been a pleasure and a delight, as much as anything in the Shadowfell can be. And we will see you all next week.
Boring.